Mm.
And we're live. Except for Benno. Benno's on his way home, so he'll be here shortly. So rather than jockey a bunch of stuff around for Discord, we'll just have to realize that for the time being, Paloma is talking as Jed Pexman.
Oh.
How are you guys?
She just went up. Just good. What's going on? It was a quick week, huh?
Too quick.
Oh, I look forward to the weekend, so.
Fucking hate the weekends.
You hate the weekends?
Do you work on the weekends or something? Why do you hate the weekends?
Because people want to do shit, and I don't want to do shit.
Well, that's the difference. I don't have people. I just get rid of all of them. So, when I do shit, it's because I want to do it. Get rid of people, and you're fine.
Sorry, I'm not really good at not having friends. I'll work on it though. Just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, so
All my friends got married, got kids, so that was easy.
let's see.
Mine do
here.
too, but they still want to do stuff. But maybe it's like the generation difference kind of thing. Because their kids are young enough to like be basically just veggies wrapped in tortillas. You know what I mean?
Veggies wrapped in tortillas? Oh, my dog doesn't even understand that one. He didn't get it either?
Yeah, I'm still setting up my desktop here, so everything's all janky.
So are we still on the choo-choo?
You are still on the choo-choo.
I thought we actually were getting. Oh, okay. I thought we were in the famous Los Angeles.
Almost.
Well, we're on the train still, though.
Yeah, you guys had driven off and attacked by what appeared to be some of Warlord Kang, who, he ran one of the Chinese triads out of Shan Fan. What do we got going? Spencer showing up with the big biddies. He's throwing the big biddies around. Thanks, Finn. He also controls and runs the largest railroad. He's a railroad baron as well on the West Coast in California, and it's called the Iron Dragon. And this Rail Wars thing is getting real quick, as they say. But hopefully Venno is here really quick. I'm kind of lollygagging, waiting on Venno to get here, because it'd be nice to have the whole gang as you come rolling into Los Angeles.
So how long of a train ride was this, roughly? Like
Days?
Or
by the way,
24 hours?
Um,
About 24 hours.
Little butthead, you're going to need to let go of Paloma so I can use her, please.
Paloma needs to be let go of.
Fuck. All right.
Huh. Yeah, little butthead needs to let go.
Did you catch last session at all, Bunny?
I mean, I heard about it. Apparently, I chopped.
Oh, that's good.
Off.
Somebody.
Yep. Yeah, you need to watch the video. You're a vicious woman. I mean, you've probably earned a reputation for yourself in California.
Good. They better fear me.
Oh shit.
I almost took the liberty of starting a necklace for you.
No. The only necklace she wants is made out of turquoise.
Well, you almost ended up with a cock necklace.
Those would have turned turquoise.
Who would do that? Honest. Actually, no. Okay, so brief story time. Back when I was in high school, right, I had to take anatomy and physiology, and the teacher, so like we'd do like dissections of animals and whatever, and so the professor is like, okay, so anybody who decides to wear like the penis of the animal that they dissected towards the final will get some extra credit. And all these guys came to this final wearing animal penis necklaces.
Wait a minute. Did you do it?
No, I didn't need extra credit.
Of course you didn't.
It's been, she considered it because
That's such
she
a
knew she.
disappointing.
Oh my
It's a
God.
Did
disappointing.
consider it though.
It's a
If she
disappointing
didn't need
story
extra credit, she would have. If she
because
needed
you
extra
didn't
credit,
need extra credit.
that's pretty funny.
So that's my
Okay,
story.
here you are.
Oh,
I don't remember penises in the anatomy.
I can't believe the
I
teacher got
remember-
away with that. You know, in today's world of
I
snowflakes.
I think like if he had said it like just to the girls, it would have been a problem. But he just said it in general, right?
It was
'Cause there was
probably
other
more
ways to get extra
jokingly than
credit.
anything, I would think. But high school
Well,
students, they take it seriously.
I
I
don't
would
know.
have.
'Cause there
I
was-
would.
Hmm?
I would have totally worn.
It's not like he
An
said like, okay, kids, you need to take off these penises off these creatures and take it home. Like the penises were still there in the classroom.
Okay, kids.
So,
Strap it around your neck, you get like 10 extra bonus points.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, I
And
would have done
plus,
it. I wouldn't have cared.
there was also like written extra credit and stuff like that. So it was just mostly just a funny thing. So because
I
there was other options, it wasn't really a problem.
saddle me up with a penis, boys. I'm getting extra credit.
Well,
I mean, fuck it.
now's your chance to get to wear penis and character if you want. Paloma.
If you want, being the keyword.
Technically, you stabbed one in the penis and you shot an arrow into the other one's penis. I think, if I remember right.
Yeah. There was lots of genitalia being pierced by Paloma. And China folk, and Chinese folk. In China folk, and Chinese folk.
I've got a loop
Uh-oh.
going. Okay, cool. Get that fixed.
Was it just me looping?
No, it was. I had my. I don't think it was playing though, but I had Twitch on. Yeah, it was bad. Well,
So Timmons is just sleeping.
on the
I mean,
train.
that's 24 hours. Unless somebody brings food around, then he might wake
Oh,
up.
there's food. Yep. Hellstrom's got.
So he's sleeping with food in his lap.
Yeah,
Big
Lacey.
old bowl of shrimp. Big bowl of shrimp. He's like,
Does
Do we
somebody
have chips and cards?
chips and cards? We will have chips and cards. I was postponing that.
Chips and
Okay.
salsa.
we should make a
Yeah.
chips and
Until
cards.
what's his butt shows up?
We want some chips and
No, I
cards.
was postponing it for a different reason, but Drake's the only one who took notice of it. So,
Well,
Bada
I
bing.
mean,
Oh, the I wanna live.
yeah. Did you whisper that to me?
RTMF.
I'm basically not here,
RTMF.
so I don't have anything I can comment on.
I tried whispering last time and it didn't work. So,
It didn't work.
not last week, I don't think.
Yeah, it did.
Because
I awarded it to you.
okay.
I say I read it. I just didn't apparently understand it. I was thinking more like if I was about to die.
There you go. Nope. Last week I put.
And that's the whole point of that. You
Yeah.
could any moment be dead in Deadlands. Just
Yeah.
any moment.
Well,
Oh, yeah, no. I just didn't understand that I was.
I mean,
supposed
at the
to, like,
rate of
whisper
train
prior to
crashes that we
bed.
got going on, we could die any second. I mean,
But
this
that's
is the third train crash.
I've only seen one so far. Technically, me being me, I've only seen one.
actually, I didn't roll for you. Rolling this for me, HG. Oh. Okay. Well.
Wait, does that mean I can use another card? Or I just have 3 to choose from now?
Means you have 3 to choose from. Yeah, because everybody can just use 1 adventure card a night, a session, correct? That's the way I understand it, right?
I believe
Uh,
Paloma, she has a edge that lets her use
yeah,
both
I
of
think I
hers.
can use 2.
Right,
Because
right.
we were veterans of the Wasted West, yeah, we just been getting 2, but we could only
Yeah, I
use
think
It says I can draw and play an additional adventure card for
Yeah.
myself.
Whereas I could only draw 2 and play 1.
see the adventure cards
But-
to me are kind of like the inspiration cards that they did that we got on 5e. So that's pretty cool. I like
Right.
them.
Well, because I did this and just gave you that extra chip for reading the message of the day, Wicked.
Okay.
Just go ahead and I'll let you use both of your adventure cards that you have tonight, rather than because there's no way for me to award a random adventure card to somebody that I can find yet, and that's a difficult one. So yeah, I put a little Easter egg in the message of the day, which is basically an update of what happened last week or any other announcements that I need to make, and whoever whispers to me what that little Easter egg is, then I award an extra chip or an extra. That way I know that I'm not typing a bunch of shit for no reason.
Okay, so there's gonna be an Easter egg this session?
Do I?
This past
Or-
session, there was an Easter egg, but you stepped on it
Okay,
and it got stuck between
so
your
it's
toes.
not something that I would be able to figure out. Got it.
What? No, Bunny. When you first sign onto the table, the message of the day pops up, and I found that so many people weren't reading it. I thought, okay, well, I'm going to award the people who do read it. So I put that little Easter egg in there. So if you read the message of the day instead of just closing it, and then whisper to me what it is, I'll award you an extra random chip. Yeah, and
Okay, now I understand. I thought you said like based on last session, not like the recap of the last session. And
right,
okay, I got you.
right, yeah. No, but yeah, I figured that it's just easier to do for me to put message of the day. Here's a recap of last session. I can read it, or one of you guys can read it off. I would like for you guys, since you played Wicked and Bunny's characters last week, to kind of update them on exactly what happened, because it could come better from you guys. Other than
We
penis
leveled up.
stabbing.
We
We leveled up.
too.
We leveled up. That's it.
Yes. So-
So we're on this train, see here. We're heading that way, see here. And we get attacked by the Chinese mafia. And one of them's on a flying gyropter.
It's like a bicycle helicopter combo thing.
And the other ones are on some steam contraption motorized horses or something. We don't know. Some jalopy. And you commenced to nuking a couple of them. I do remember H.G. Willikers got a couple of his bursts off.
Yeah.
Oh no, he got a burst on top of a car, and then he went up top and did the blast onto the big China ogre guy that was on top of the car. Remember, and just like blew him off of the thing. And then somebody shot him. Timmons shot him and blew him off. Paloma stayed in the train, but when they were coming in, she was offing them.
Yep.
What? Offing them or huffing them?
Oh,
OFF, offing them.
Okay.
Well, some of them didn't quite get in the train except for the genitalia, and then you were stabbing them through the window.
yeah. See, when these
They're climbing up.
when these Iron Dragon rail warriors came riding up on their steam wagons trying to chase this train down, there's a Chinese ogre, there's a bunch of martial artists, and they tried to board the train and get into Hellstrom's caboose at the back. You guys are now out in the high desert, Mojave, California, underneath the. You came out underneath the San Gabriels, and then you're kind of running south southwest through California, and probably a good 15 hours or so, maybe 20, 24 hours, but it's overnight. Um, and then the next day you kind of continue to ride through California, and why? Jeb Hexman, why? Yep, Benno wasn't happy about not being here for the start of this. That's why I'm dragging my feet to get started. So anybody on a stream out there, we're waiting on one other player, and we'll have the full group here. We lost somebody. Oh no. Okay, got it. What else do you need to know? Oh, the reason, Wicked, the reason you said you didn't understand what was in there, I wanted to put that in there because basically up to this point in this adventure, some of these encounters have been just kind of cheesecake. Walk in the park, they haven't been difficult, but that's not the norm. Um, it's very much not 5e. So I wanted to make you guys aware of that before you start rolling into Lost Angels here.
Gotcha. That wasn't really what I was talking about. I understand that about Deadlands. I just
All right.
Now, Timmons has his boots and his pants off now. He's all kicked back. He's got a bowl of shrimp on his belly, and he's between two chairs, just with his hat down on his face.
Another thing that would be happening during this ride is Charlie Bill Buckner, the cowboy that kind of runs Hellstrom Security. He would have been in here talking to you guys, shooting the shit, shooting a shot of whiskey every now and then. And Lacey O'Malley, the reporter from the Tombstone Epitaph, he's coming to talk to you guys after the little incident with Red Petal Sue and the Iron Dragon soldier. He calls you guys real heroes.
Simmons, Simmons. Simmons. That's how you spell it. Get it back. What's the name of our detective agency? Devil something what? I didn't bring that into the game.
White man, you should know. You start company.
There's some
Pull my
paperwork
stuff,
somewhere.
agreement.
It's in the wagon. All my paperwork's in the wagon.
What was
I
that, Bunny?
forget.
When
On your badge.
Little Beaver said that, she's just gonna nod slowly in agreement with him.
All your paperwork's back. You don't even remember the name of your own company. It's the Devil's Posse.
Devil's Posse, that's it. Devil Posse Detective Agency.
I believe that's what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong when you find your paperwork in the baggage car.
I think I gotta keep scrolling up.
Lacey O'Malley tells you, he says, yeah, I'll be leaving you guys once I finally get there, but man, this is exciting. I mean, finally an end to the rail wars, and maybe some of the killing will stop, but who knows? And he tells you that once he gets there, he's got to be off to find. He's heading on into the city, Los Angeles, to hopefully find his friend Sam. And that's where you guys will part ways. And it's just general conversation, and he's constantly asking you questions about your past and anything you're willing to divulge.
Sure. Paloma is going to tell him about the time when she was young and her little brother got injured in a raiding party, and how she had to stuff his guts back into his stomach and try to sew him back up.
Oh,
with some deer gut twine
are you telling this
and
to
how he
him
died.
in your native tongue?
She's saying it in broken English.
He's writing as fast as he can, and he's helping you along. So when you're trying to find the right English word, sometimes he's right there with the most colorful thing that some of you other guys can imagine. So yeah, he's helping you fill in the blanks on the story, and he's writing and he's writing. Little Beaver, you've not spent much time talking to Lacey O'Malley.
That's because Little Beaver doesn't want to talk to Lacey O'Malley.
Yeah. So when he comes up and starts to talk to you and you pretty much give him the cold shoulder, he just moves on. But Paloma, she's awfully talkative.
Well, now hold on. Little Beaver Fang does not give him the cold shoulder. Little Beaver Fang gives him the.
Little beaver fang, fuck off.
It's been that way for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. Um, he looks down at this man and says, "Go away."
Okay, and he just turns around and walks away.
Wait, I
Timmons
want
gets
Paloma
up
to
and
make up a
changes
lie.
scene.
You don't want an intimidation roll?
Paloma is going to come up with a lie about Little Beaver's past.
Are you telling Lacey O'Malley some bullshit?
She wants to tell him a bullshit story about Little Beaver.
What is the bullshit story? You can whisper to me if you don't want him to know.
Okay.
And when he says that to the reporter, Timmons gets up and goes to another chair further away from Little Beaver Fang. He's like, okay.
Yeah, Little Beaver doesn't seem to be in a really humorous mood lately. Not that he
Stuck
ever
in a
is.
metal cart that's screaming down the freaking middle of the damn
Yeah, not to
desert.
mention that
We
this is
just had a conversation with.
a short little train. So you've got like the engine, and then the tender car behind it, and then there's the horses and stuff in the livery car, the wagons. Then there's your car, the coach. So you can hear the ghost rock screaming and burning in this engine. Sounds like thousands of souls screaming off in the distance of hell. So it could be kind of irritating after a while, I reckon. It's just
He can sleep anywhere. It's a flaw. Remember, he falls asleep really easy too. Heavy
that's right.
sleeper. It's a minor hindrance.
There you go.
A thunderstorm from hell itself won't wake this dozing dooley. Once he drops off, he must make a notice roll at a -4 to wake up. He also suffers a -4 penalty to vigor rolls made to stay awake.
Hello, fuckers.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
To break the speed limit.
It only takes me like 10, 15 minutes home.
where the hell's the notes at?
I ate them.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll to make this story like really dramatic, Marbanya?
You are gonna have to give me a some kind of a performance roll. I think there is a performance skill in there. I'm looking. Yes, there is. Oh, and you happen to have it.
I want to re-roll that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
she did one in the street. Well, Timmons never forget the
That's
one she
right.
did in the street.
Oh, that worked too. All right, we will see. I don't have Lacey O'Malley pulled up here, so I'm just gonna. That's a success. And he jots every bit of it down, including his colorful, flourishing verbs and adjectives and adverbs.
Adjectives.
Adjective.
Adjectives?
Paloma will nod with satisfaction and then walk over to Little Baby. She's like, I told him how you lost the big in your name. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
So have I missed much?
Yeah, I lost my big beaver apparently. Uh,
Yeah, how he became
big
Little Beaver instead of Big Beaver.
Yeah, your big beaver will be missed.
I'm very fucking touchy about that, man. Be quiet.
I'm sorry, man. I apologize. That was insensitive of me.
You're forgiven.
You know, if you use your fang right, you can make your little beaver a little bigger.
I'm sorry, what? I just didn't hear part of that. What?
Something about making your little beaver bigger. I don't know.
The part that I missed was how.
I said it. If you use your fang right, you can make your little beaver bigger.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said if you used your finger, you could make your little beaver bigger.
Your fang. He's
Oh.
little beaver fang.
Okay. Well, no, Benno,
I
you
put the
just guys been riding the train
beans
at
on-
Lost Angels. That's all. Lacey O'Malley's been in the coach, asking you guys about the battle with Red Petal Sue and the Iron Dragon uh, soldiers from Kang's triad.
At some point, Timmons would check on the mules and the
They gone.
wagons.
They gone.
Yeah, they pretty much look like mules.
Scared to death, stuck on the train mules, or happy this is fun mules.
Oh, they're probably used to the train by now, but they are mules, and sometimes, I mean, they may not want to cooperate by getting on or off the train.
Well, I'll give them a whole bunch of freaking carrots from the dining car. There you go, boys. Get some shit going in here so it make it easy for this cot to slip out of here.
Lacey O'Malley goes, Mr. Willikers, Mr. Willikers, what seems to have you so upset, sir?
End times are coming. Monsters come from the ground. We should find a church. Yes, yes, yes. Take a long swig from his flask.
What happened to you, HG?
Well, you've seen them. The monsters are coming. There's odd times afoot. The ghosts, they speak of it.
You've been hitting the drink a little hard today, haven't you?
Wow.
Well,
More than yesterday.
he's like, that doesn't change anything. That don't change the fact now.
Well, Lacey O'Malley leans in towards you, HG, and he goes, a lot of people might say some of the things that one sees out here are crazy talk. But I've seen some things, Mr. Willikers. And he pulls a flask from his pocket. I'll drink to that. And he has a little shot with you.
Yes, yes. Hopefully we'll be there soon. I think I'm long owed a confession.
All right. Hang on a second there, Vino. Paloma?
Hmm?
Did you ever read the message of the day?
Yeah.
She must not have.
I don't know.
No,
How to,
I did, but I don't know what kind of
I don't
what
think I
thingy
put
is
the.
in it.
I don't think I put the. Well, it says right in there. Whisper something.
She didn't read it.
She didn't read it.
No, I did, but I don't understand.
What's there not to understand? It says, whisper me this phrase.
I thought it was like not literal. Holy shit.
I don't know how to whisper in this fucking system now.
GM slash W.
It's
Thinking of,
GM.
like, Easter egg. I was thinking like movie Easter egg, or like there's some kind of reference. So I'm like looking at the stuff like, what movie is this related to?
That's
Okay, 1
hilarious.
second. Sorry, I'm really bad at this shit. I'm really bad at this shit.
It's okay, Bunny. We still love you.
You don't love me.
I love you a long time.
I love you a long
Bob
time.
Gala.
Love you a
Bob
long
Gala.
time. Okay,
No
well,
happy.
with HG just kind of looking to him saying he just wishes he'd get there. I'll go right into the long Deadlands GM monologue that happens so often here. So it's dusk the following night, that hazy time when the darkness overcomes the daylight. The moon overhead is red as roses, a blood moon. The crew says Lost Angels is just a few miles ahead. You gathered on top of the locomotive to witness this historic moment. The train begins to slow. Now you guys are standing on top of your car as you're riding into Lost Angels.
Nope, I'm staying inside the car. Fuck
No,
that
you're not,
noise.
because Lacey says that you're on top of the car. Diploma gets that. Cool.
Yeah, and if we get attacked while we're on top of these cars, I'm gonna haunt you for life, Marb.
So the train slows as you begin to. Now let me get back to my Sam. What the hell's his name? You know, played. What the hell is his name? Sam Elliott. The train slows and you begin to see the city in the distance. It lies down a series of steep hills, but even from here you can see the spires of Grimm's Cathedral. And let me change scenes over here and put that right up there. So you guys can see the spires of this big church in the distance, and you see the city, and beyond it are like these huge mesas sticking up. It just looks like a broken landscape everywhere. Between you and the Lost Angels are hundreds of campfires, illuminating dozens of flags. As you approach, you make out the banners of Dixie Rails and Bayou Vermilion to the south, Union Blue and the Black River to the north. Kang and his Iron Dragon minions seem to have already had their say, which that's who attacked you guys yesterday on the train. Farther beyond, what the hell? I didn't even roll a die.
That was me. I rolled it in the tower just so it wouldn't show a 1.
Well, that's funny. It says Marshall. Die roll.
I think it's almost as if you pulled it out and dropped it on the chat again.
Yeah, I did, and I was holding control down though as I'm talking about. Anyway, further beyond, between these gathered are hundreds of red-robed figures illuminated by 2 giant bonfires. These must be Grimm's guardian angels. Before them stands a gaunt figure in a black tunic, his long white hair flowing out beneath a black hat. There's the red-robed figures.
They got shotguns.
Can we say cultists?
There's Grimm, Reverend Grimm.
Does anybody else worry about the demon imp thingy next to him?
That's a devil. Said that's not a demon.
That's your imagination.
Yeah, it's your imagination, man. Anyway, so to paint this picture, you guys come
Says the
down this
agency.
long, kind of descent, and where they've built the rails. But as you look around, there's a huge plateau before you enter the city of Lost Angels. Just outside of Lost Angels, kind of to the north and back this side a little bit, looks like a tent city or a bunch of ramshackle shanties that have been thrown up. And Lacey O'Malley standing there. He points it at. He goes, "That's Ghost Town." So that's those that maybe aren't quite fit are allowed to enter Los Angeles. A lot of prospectors and stuff there. But you see to the south, there are two other railheads down there, and you can see the flags. And Charlie Bill Buckner starts to point them out. He goes, "That one right there, that flag, that's Bayou Vermilion. That's the Confederates." And then you also see two railheads to the north, actually three. And at each one of these railheads are big encampments full of people. And it almost looks like, to any of you who saw any battle in the Civil War, it almost looks like a battlefield. Soldiers lining up, and so this is the rail wars at its finest. The good intention slows as it approaches the Wasatch railhead. The workers have piled up beams and timbers into a makeshift but sturdy fort and are armed to the teeth. Everybody you see here in Hellstrom's work camp at the railhead got this barrier put up. You see automatons, men armed with flamethrowers and jetpacks, and several men in white lab coats tinkering with a host of dog-sized clockwork spiders. Your ride finally screeches to a clockwork spiders. Your ride finally screeches to a stop at the barricade, surrounded by steam. Its ghost rock boiler hissing and groaning. Dr. Hellstrom emerges from the caboose, climbs up onto the roof with you. "You are witnessing history, my new friends. Bloody, violent history. But even the good Reverend Grimm cannot stop progress, and the so-called Great Rail Wars are over. By thunder, they're over. Now we can all get back to more important things. There is but one last bit of business to finish, and that is our negotiations with Reverend Grimm. We're outnumbered, have a few friends here, but I'm not without resources. I suggest you vacate our camp to the rear. Stay away from the coming storm. Our weapons are not particularly discriminate, and I would not repay you for your help thus far with the violence to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Godspeed on your journeys. Perhaps our paths will cross again another day." And with that, Hellstrom goes back down and starts forward, and it honestly looks like a battle is getting ready to take place. What are you guys going to do? Mules, wagons, horses.
Well, what do we got? Do you have any kind of layout, or? So there's a fort up front. How far back is this train
Well, now,
from the fort?
maybe 100 yards, maybe a football field. You've got
Is there any other structures nearby?
some large stones. There's some buildings that have been built here. This is where they've been building from here all the way out to where you guys found the large balloon floating in the sky, the railhead on the other end. And now they just need to tie the two together, and Hellstrom, it appears, will have completed the first coast-to-coast railroad. But everybody else has been trying to do that too, and you've got all these rail camps. There's two more to the south, two more to the north, and everybody's got these makeshift forts out of wood and timber, and you can see armed people everywhere.
Oh, let's turn this fucking train around and go back the other way.
And in the far end, you can see the city of Los Angeles.
Is that our destination? We all look at
Genthro.
who's Genthro. Where are we supposed to be going?
Well, I think we got the information that we need, so we should be heading into town.
Was this like a battlefield that way? Isn't there? It's like a whole battlefield in Swordstown.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, somebody recommended us going out the back way and probably looping around to avoid the battlefield sort of thing, because shit's about to get real here.
That's Hellstrom. Hellstrom himself, Dr. Darius Hellstrom, thanked you for your help, congratulated you on seeing the this great momentous historic event. And then he said you might be wise to, hang out back at the back of the camp. Vacate out the back way, is what he said.
Well, that sounds like the perfect plan. We get the wagons and the mules and the off the train, and we say our goodbyes.
By the way, date and time hasn't been updated since last week.
Okay, well, it's the next day at dusk, so it is here. And we'll call it 6 p.m.
And Timmons is going to see if he can get a few extra crates of food from the train car.
Well, it's kind of all in here together. There's not a whole lot on here. I mean, this is just kind of Hellstrom's personal coach, but there's there's some stuff. I thought you guys stocked up with food already in the wagon.
There wasn't lobster and shrimp on the wagon though.
Oh.
This guy had some. It's champagne and
That was back at the other end, the other railhead at the other end of the line.
Timmons just checking. There's some good shit. He's taking it. We're trying to anyways.
So you guys start offloading your wagons, horses, mules, seeing they're probably a little wobbly. They've been riding this train for 20 hours, about 20 hours. And then you see Hellstrom, and he stands up. There's this steam wagon, and it's got a platform on it. And he stands on the platform, and it starts kind of chugging up into the air, kind of you hear the kind of the drone of machinery. You hear the furnace fire up, and it starts raising his platform up in the air, and his voice booms out unnaturally. You're not sure. He doesn't have some kind of a bullhorn or anything, but you hear his voice. We have won the great rail wars. Wasatch has succeeded in connecting the east to the west. And about that time, you guys hear a shot. And you see Hellstrom stagger and fall backwards and land on this platform. And immediately, they start lowering it back down to the ground. Everybody give me a notice roll.
Yeah, mule.
Stop!
Come on, mules. Get out of here, mules.
Yeah, Timmons is a little distracted by livestock.
Yeah, Tim's HG, of course. Fuck.
Look out, HD Willikers. The mule's going to step on you.
Jethro, you and Jeb, you grab your horses and you stand off to the side, and you're sitting here watching Hellstrom as they raise him up and he starts talking. Timmons and HG are fucking with the mules, trying to get them hitched up to the wagon, messing around, and you're pretty certain that the shot that was just fired probably came from Dixie Rails to the south. And with that, all hell breaks loose. And what I mean by that is the Wasatch railhead explodes in fire.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Cannons boom, bullets ping off the barricade. The automatons open up with Gatling guns while the rest of Hellstrom's forces hunker down and wait for the inevitable charge. To the north, you see the soldiers of Union Blue, several companies equipped with jetpacks and flamethrowers. Oh, where is my Oh, I had all the sounds going here. What the hell? Here we go. Flamethrower. And they fight alongside women dressed in black leather, the famous Wichita witches, who call forth hexes with chanting and cracks their cruel whips. Across from them are Confederate sharpshooters beneath a flag of Dixie rails, and a legion of shadowy gunmen wearing the red sashes of Bayou Vermilion. The Bayou Vermilion Band, a brass band made up of 3 grinning skeletons, blasts out an inspirational dirge. And you guys aren't sure what the fuck is going on right now, but everybody give me a spirit roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. HG, Jeb, you are HG and
No,
Jeb are.
Hold on. I'm playing the blue fate chip for another D6. There we go.
All right. So HG, you're even being a veteran of the Weird West. This is unsettling. You know, you've seen shit hit the fan before, and it's fucking hitting the fan. And you see these 3 skeletons kind of stumble forward, and their meat hanging off their bones, and they start playing music on these brass instruments.
So doesn't grit add to that? No.
I'm not sure how to use grit in the Savage World of Suede edition.
I don't know.
It has to do with fear.
Grit. I think hucksters use it some with their deal with the devil. Or the grit affects it or something or another.
This one's not really going to affect you guys. I just want to kind of set the stage. It's what?
No, you're good.
Okay. So all this shit's going on. You see a solitary figure making his way frantically through the smoke toward you. And emerging from the fog of war, you see Lacey O'Malley. And he checks to be sure no one's listening, and he comes up to you and he says, I need your help, plain and simple. That old friend of mine, Sam Hellman, I told you I was going to meet, he's in Los Angeles. I think he might be in trouble. By trouble, I mean, of course, mortal danger. With Grim and most of his flock out here fighting, might be my only chance to get him out of there. I can't do it alone. Can you help me?
Well, we fahad, that's for sure. We just finished up our last job. How about that?
Ish, maybe. I think we're open to take another at the moment, definitely.
So why don't you get on the wagon and we'll talk about it as we get the hell out of here.
You know, Timmons, I think that's the smartest thing you've ever said.
Well, if you would help me hook up this mule, it'd be even smarter.
You're right, Sven. Calendar is great, man.
Nah, it looks like you got things handled.
And this whole time, he just keep getting in the way talking about ghosts coming out of the mules or something. I don't know about.
Boom! You guys hear the cannons go off again. Boom!
We're like hooking
Alright,
up the.
Every time these cannons are going off, little beaver is like, kind of like ducking down, looking around.
He crawls under the wagon. He's like hiding under the wagon like a scared dog.
No.
That's the way Timmons is imagining it.
He's probably pulling out his machete and looking at you right now, Timmons.
Yeah, he's looking up as fast as he can. I'm working here.
All right, so you guys get the mules hitched up. You head out. If you're going to get into Los Angeles from here, you're going to have to make a big sweeping arc because you see there is a full-blown battle going on in this big field in front of you. Sun's going down. The darkness might help you stealth your way into the city. But mules and wagons, I don't know.
Well, how far away from the city would we estimate we are?
You're probably half a mile.
Oh, not far at all.
Yeah.
So can we see if there's some kind of, before the sun gets too low, see if there's some kind of rock area or valley that we could possibly stash the wagons and mules in for at least the night until we get into town, and see if we can figure out what's going on.
Well, as the train
Maybe
was pulling
a couple
in,
of days.
as the train was pulling into this railhead here, the camp is kind of built between two big rock outcroppings. And what I mean by big is, 100 feet tall, like small mesas on either side. And stretched between the two of them is this small town that sprung up to service the rail workers and stuff. You can see livery stables here. It's literally a small town, but it's all made out of, canvas tents, and there's a couple of buildings that got wooden sides on them, but or you could just take the mules back up behind some of these big rocks up here and kind of stake them out.
Well, yeah, that's what
Okay.
Timmons is thinking is we'll find a secure area for the wagons, maybe set up our camp if we wanted to but later, not tonight. Stash them, go to town, check out town, and then come back and check on the mules later, trying to get them into town somehow, if we can. But leave them secure for a couple days. Be prepared for a couple days to leave them out here.
Or, and go with me here, we could just try to stroll into town like we're supposed to be there. Just a thought.
you funny.
Well, either way you guys go, it takes you about 2 hours to work your way in. So we'll say you got the mules, tethered. You got the wagon stashed back here. You're not too far from the rest of the Wasatch railhead, Wasatch Company, the railhead. So, at least it's not really down there. They're kind of protected back here. And you guys, whether you go north or south, it's gonna take you about 2 hours to get this half mile through here and kind of do it with stealth. So, I need a stealth roll for the group. So whoever wishes to give me that stealth roll.
Who has the highest stealth?
Timmons got an 8.
That sounds like you just volunteered.
Don't fuck me, white man.
Oh, not a problem. So it says here that Grim might be out fighting the wolves, but he didn't leave the hen house totally unguarded. So, you come in, you kind of sneak your way into the city here, and you've come in kind of between. What's going on here? Kind of between the little town called Ghost Town that's built up on the outside of the walls of Los Angeles. And this is a walled city. I mean, there's a big wall built around this thing. And you kind of work your way in through there. And most of the streets, it's now, did I post that time? 8 p.m. Took you a couple hours. And the streets look just about deserted. But you can see several flights of guardian angels, and they look like they're in groups of 5. And you can see them now and then patrolling the streets. They're all carrying clubs. Some of them are armed with guns. And I need another stealth roll as you make your way through the city. Okay.
Shh, be quiet, mules. Be very quiet. Just tippy-toe, tippy-toe.
Wait, I thought we left the mules and the wagon back outside.
You did. Probably left the
Oh,
horses
okay.
there too.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd be hearing clompity, clompity, clompity.
All right,
I was
so
imagining the mules being stealthy some reason. Sorry, go ahead.
let's see here.
Put moon shoes on their feet.
All right,
Horse shoes
so
are the steppier.
nope. You succeeded there. Okay. Trying
Come
to,
over here.
this is very long, guys. Bear with me just a moment here. All right. So you guys kind of make it to an area. Is this? Where's my other map? Here we go.
Ooh, big map.
Very, very pretty.
Game Tile Warehouse. This could be yours.
Hi, Chris. He's not here, but shout out to him. Game Town Warehouse and all.
Shout out to Chris McDermott. You bet. Nice looking map. So you guys make your way to this inn. I need to minimize that and get it the hell out of the way. Close that, close that, close that, close that. Okay. So you guys make your way to this building and
Little Beaver, as we go through, it's a street taco on the side of the streets.
street taco. There's nobody on these streets. Matter of fact, you start to hear some voices as you approach this building. Okay.
Okay. Well, the player's going AFK for a street taco right now.
Oh, you're going okay.
So Timmons tries to keep Little Beaver from eating crap out of the trash can. Don't eat that street taco. It's already been eaten on. And they didn't like that. They
Yeah,
threw it out.
Yeah, they threw it out like after just a couple of bites.
Actually, I might have the. Anyway, okay, here you go. So you hear some voices coming your way. Looks like wounded returning from the battle, coming down the street. Moments later, a wagon drawn by 2 mules emerges from the gloom, and you hear the whining of dogs. 15 guardian angels escort a wagon that's completely full of a heap of something. But under the cover, it's impossible to tell what. Whoa! Murmurs the driver. The wagon stops uncomfortably close to your hiding spot. 2 of the angels leap down, leaving a woman to observe from the top of the wagon. She's dressed in black, with her hair pulled back. She says not a word. And then you hear one of these walking wounded say, "Thank the Lord it's you, Sister Hendry. We thought we were goners. You can..." Abruptly, one of the angels knocks the man senseless with a blow to the face. All 8 of the red-robed enforcers surround the wounded like a pack of wolves, beating them with clubs. "Help!" shouts a man in terror. "Please, God, no, don't take me there, anywhere but there." His pleas go silent. There's only the sound of wood clubbing meat for a few seconds. Then the guardian angels drag the unmoving bodies over to the wagon, shooing away the dogs, toss them onto a growing pile of humanity. The woman looks around once, eyes hard as flint, satisfied the event wasn't observed. The wagon clatters off into the night as Lacey O'Malley's mouth hangs open in stunned disbelief.
Loma's gonna whisper if that's where they got the taco meat from.
Keep
Once they disappear into the distance.
my picture of Sister Andrea.
You gonna make a story out of that?
Hmm.
It may not be a good idea to do so.
That's Sister Andrea.
Elvira. Bo- 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 bo.
Bow.
Wow. Something like that.
Yeah, sexy, isn't she?
In her own way, yes.
Yeah, I can dig it. But anyway, so that's what she looks like, and you just see him just beat these people to death and then throw them in the wagon.
So these people were doing what?
Walking
Like
wounded,
just wounded people?
coming back from the looked like they were coming back from the battle. And you kind of heard
So
their
like
voices.
the Yankees are coming with the and they're all beat up, and these guys just come along and beat the shit out of them more, and then kill them, and then throw them in the wagon.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So that's pretty much what we just witnessed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like standard.
And these are
That's what'd you say, Darren? Or
It's
wicked
kind of
him?
like standard medieval practice, right? Somebody goes out, finishes off the dead.
bring out your dead.
These people seem to
Not
know
dead
her.
yet.
Yeah, these look like some of Grimm's folks that seem to know her.
You know anything about that lady, Jethro? Is Jethro here?
Can't say I do.
You seem to know, a little bit about everything or everybody.
He said, well, one thing I can tell you about is he's going that way, so we should go that way. And he points that other direction.
Well, you guys are almost to this the map that I shared, this building here, this inn. You're almost there, or tavern, hotel, whatever it is.
Yeah, you got to get out of the fantasy setting a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to break that, isn't it?
Yeah.
This inn.
Even though an inn would probably be acceptable.
So when they're out of sight, we're gonna make for the building.
So you guys
Do we,
wait till
do
they
we hear
ride
any?
off. You're gonna let them take off with the bodies, okay?
Well, we sure their bodies or just.
Well, there's a whole wagon of something covered up, and as soon as they clubbed all these, we'll call them seals. They clubbed these seals, baby seals, and they threw these people up onto the wagon. They pulled the tart back, and you just see this mountain of dead bodies. And they throw these people weren't even close to dead. They were limping a little bit, maybe head injury or something, but they're dead now. And they throw them on this wagon, put the tart back over it, and start to ride off. There's about 15 of them.
That don't seem right.
Timmons is like,
I
let's
agree.
get inside. I don't want to end up in that wagon.
So you guys make your way inside the hotel here, and Lacey goes forward. You see this little timid guy, hotel desk clerk, working back there. Good evening. My name is Lawrence. How can I help you?
We all come piling in, right?
Yeah, he's looking at you kind of definitely with distrust in his face. Doesn't even try to hide the fact either. He's got his eye.
Timmons looks around to the more charismatic part of the party before he speaks up.
Why does it even look? He's gonna do it.
We're here for the women and children.
No. And Lacey O'Malley turns around. Shh. Says Sam Hellman. Looking for my friend Sam Hellman.
Oh yeah,
And
something like that.
And the little desk clerk, he says, I'm sorry, I'm not sure I can help you. And Lacey goes, look, what's your name? And the little guy says, my name is Lawrence, and I'm not sure I can help you. He says, look, I've got to find Sam. He's my friend. I got to get to him. slides something across the counter, and you see Lawrence cuff it real quick. He says down the hall, and he tosses a key onto the desk, and Lacey grabs it, takes off down the hall.
Is this the way the women and children go on, Casey? As I follow behind him.
Come on! You guys follow behind him, and he comes to a room, opens it up. You guys walk inside. Room looks pretty neat and tidy. Bed's made.
Damn, my microphone picked that up.
What?
I popped my toe and my microphone picked it up.
I didn't hear a goddamn thing.
I didn't hear.
What happened?
I
froze.
popped my toe and my mic picked it up. It didn't. I don't know if it actually transmitted anything, but it picked it up.
Are you sitting there barefoot?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It made my stream stop.
The power of the toe pop.
Let's make sure we're still rolling here. We're still rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still rolling. Cool. And I can probably turn some of this shit off. Like the furnace and the machine noise.
I didn't hear any of that. Oh, it's because I lost connection.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
There's a
Of
saloon
course.
door. So you guys walk in and you look around. The bed's made. Jeb, did you go in here with Timmons and Lacey?
Yes.
Jethro, who all's with them? Or did some of you guys stay in the lobby?
I would have been staying with the horse. Like, I'm sorry. When we got there, didn't we have our horses with us, or
Nope.
did we have to abandon?
You guys came to
We snuck in town.
Snuck in on foot.
Oh, sorry. I got some things going on. My bad.
That's all right.
Yeah, I would have gone in then.
Hey Marv,
Yeah.
I'm having some sort of issue with clean feed. It shows I'm connected, but nothing's coming through.
Well, that's because I just killed all the sound.
Oh,
It's because there's nothing coming through.
Is
well, that explains it.
It's working
Saloon door.
perfectly like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I heard that.
Sound like a dick flap.
a dick on a hinge? Oh, can you guys hear me? Hello. Hello.
Getting some, or at least I'm getting some really bad robotics from you.
Yeah, me too.
Me?
It's okay now. Yeah,
It's okay now.
okay
Yeah,
now.
it's better now.
Yeah.
You must have flushed or something on your end.
Oh, I hit the surge protector down here and unplugged one of my monitors, which freaked everything out.
Ah, that would explain it.
Absolutely everything. Yeah, I got 4 monitors going, so you turn one of them off and Windows starts rearranging shit. So not robotic sounds good. Everything's all right.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
So there's like 5 of us in this room. Excuse me, let me get out of the way over here. I'll just get on the bed. Screw it.
Ah, great. He's asleep. Now we won't be able to wake him up.
He's almost asleep.
Gonna
Hang on.
punch Timmons. I'm gonna punch Timmons in the arm to make sure that he doesn't fall asleep.
I ain't take my boots off yet.
I don't care. Don't close your eyes. Sit up.
All right, get all this shit back together. What the hell?
Yeah, I hate it when that sort of shit happens.
Yeah, complete ignorance. Ignorance on the DM's part. GM, I'm sorry, it's a GM.
It's a
It's
Marshall.
a Marshall.
It's Marshall. That's right, Marshall.
Well, I'm gonna take a quick 30-second.
Let's just take let's make sure everything's going. Let's take our 10 minutes now. and that way I can make sure everything is back together.
All right, cool.
So let me do this. We're gonna come back at 20 after the hour. We'll be right back. Dragon Bait's
You just
hosting.
got your
Dragon Bait just showed up.
Hey. What's up, Dragon Bait?
We're taking 10 minutes, Dragon Bait.
10 minutes to masturbate. Got it.
Diablo Bobbin House. Racer, thank you for the host. All right, I think I got it put back together.
And all is right with the world.
And we're back. All is right. Well, we hope all is right. We hope that it will be one of these days. Imagine there's no heaven. Easy if you try.
Great song too.
He's dead.
Yeah, it's hard to believe somebody do that to a man that did nothing but sing about peace and stuff.
Yeah.
When you put this
And-
map up, I'm all like figuring out. Okay, I can hide over
Well, now
here.
he
I
also
can do-
he also sang about heroin too. So just throwing that in there.
Yeah, that's true. And why is the St. Louis map open, Marbanya? You dumbass. I don't know. I just had like that was. I bumped the damn cable to one of my the power cable to one of my monitors, and it caused the video card to want to readjust everything, and shit went crazy. And I'm like, holy shit. Let's take our 10 minutes early. We're back though. Okay. Just a little bit more. All right. So you guys look around his room. Anybody who is in his room can give me a just a notice roll will be good enough.
Ah, fuck me.
You're
Notice
trying to
rolls?
keep Timmons away. Timmons is like trying to fall asleep because he's sitting on the bed.
All right, Willikers, you're
He
like,
rolls a 1 to notice.
holy shit!
Wow.
And the drunk walks up and goes, "Ain't nobody staying in this room." You look around and you realize that no, man, ain't nobody in this room.
Jeb is probably too busy trying to keep Timmons awake.
Meanwhile, the three of them just toss it like a bunch of thugs real quick.
O'Malley says this ain't right. He seems more nervous by the minute. They must have gotten to him. We need to leave now.
They who?
Where's Genthros? He never gave me a notice roll. He may not be back yet.
I just sat down. I didn't realize there was a notice roll.
Yeah, so Lawrence, I just asked anybody who went into the room with Lacey. Son of a bitch.
Whoa, who's that?
I think it was Little Beaver.
Oh man, happened again.
Did you really do it again, Marv?
Oh, really did it again.
I
Wow.
doed it.
But I can fix this quick.
Well, that's what wisdom it comes from, being a klutz.
I don't know about that. I'm ate up with the dumbass-itis tonight.
While he's working on that, does anyone else remember the Looney Tunes cartoon where Bugs Bunny decides he's going to race against a turtle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. I ran into someone today who A, talked, B, walked just like that damn turtle.
What?
Was he in front of you in traffic or something? I mean,
Let's just say,
the grocery store?
yeah, grocery store to work. Yes. Crazy.
Grocery store will work. Oh, I got it.
Crazy shit. But yes, the damn turtle from that Bugs Bunny cartoon.
He didn't happen to have like a Ninja Turtle back on him.
He
or
did not
something,
have a
did
shell. No, but he was kind of barrel shaped in a way. Almost like
roly-poly-ish.
almost like a turtle would be. Yeah.
I believe that's the old Bugs Bunny, the old
Yeah.
The beginning, the first
where he
ones.
looked different.
A little bit different, yeah.
But yeah, it was just.
Yeah, I could see him warming up too. He's like stretching his legs. Like the turtle's like. I forget how he talked though.
Very slowly.
Oh my god.
All right, I think we're rearranged here. And I'm gonna mount that sucker underneath the desk up underneath there so I can't hit it with my feet anymore. I want to get all kicked back, and relaxed, and I can't do it. I'm just uptight as hell. Plus, I'm on prednisone, and steroids just make me Superman. I could
I
do
found,
anything.
I found another turtle.
That's him.
His name is
Oh!
Cecil J. Turtle. Cecil J. Turtle.
And that some bitch is currently my motherfucking senator.
I'm so sorry.
Oh god, I have never voted for that asshole, and he still wins. I mean, I've campaigned against this fucker, and he's still.
Are we rolling notice? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it does. It wasn't that important. And oh well,
Oh.
she did get a 4. Basically, just to notice that the room that Lawrence gave you the key for, Lacey O'Malley goes back there and it's empty, and nobody's staying in here. Uh, anybody who's here is gone. Lacey O'Malley kind of freaks out. He goes, "This isn't right. They must have gotten to him. We need to leave now." And as you guys head back out the door, as you're tossing
Who's
the
they?
room,
Little Beaver's out the door as soon as the guy says that.
you start out this hotel room door and back down the hall, and when you get to the common room, you can see Lawrence, a little innkeeper, kind of walking from the front door back over behind his desk. The guy that gave you the key.
He said he was by the back door.
The back, yeah, the back door that's back behind the desk. He's kind of back over by the back door.
Is he acting suspicious?
Like he just came from the office sort of thing behind the counter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe he's got a hot slice of pizza back there. What do
It's-
we care?
Smells like curry back there.
Are you cooking some curry cat back there? What's that?
Timmons, stop thinking with your stomach.
He's just looking at you guys awful suspicious.
You rent rooms here?
I believe we were leaving, weren't we?
Yep, you guys were heading out of the inn, but I don't know if you're going out the front or the back, or Lacey O'Malley's with you. And you know what? I didn't ever put him in. Let me find Dude. I know Dude
Did
is
we
in here.
did we enter through the front door or the rear?
We came through the front.
Then it might be best if we left through the rear.
Oh, he's got.
That's a pretty good idea, actually.
He got to have a better token than that. I thought I had Lacey O'Malley token. Yeah, I guess not. I'll use that one. There he is. This is the only one I could find is the one of his character from the Noir series.
Little Beaver should not be shaken anymore.
No, he should not be.
And there's still a maze rat on the combat tracker.
Where?
What's
I
wrong
don't,
with
I don't
Little
see
Beaver?
a maze rat. Maze rat.
Oh, okay.
That's because you deleted it. But I can't see the other person's token, Lacey.
Can't see it, baby, but I know it's there.
This dude. So I guess I need to put him out here too. All right. Jeb, You start to walk back behind the counter, and Lawrence goes, "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?"
Flashing the badge. I'm gonna flash him the badge and tell him that we're gonna try to exit through the rear.
That badge don't mean nothing here.
Gotta say it. Giggity.
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 I was wondering how long it was gonna take you.
All right, so you guys are inside this inn.
So he doesn't allow me access to the back door.
Well,
Which
it's not
sounded
that. Not,
really bad.
Giggity.
Access denied.
Yeah, exit only, young man. No, he just looks at you like, "What do you think you're doing?" I guess you could have walked on back there if you wanted to. I mean, it's not like he shoved a gun in your face or nothing.
True. Come on, guys. Let's leave through the back.
As
There you go, Marbanya.
Giggity.
Is that
Would
Lacey
you
O'Malley?
prefer-
Yep.
See if I can do this. And yeah.
Just drag it into your campaign
Yep.
tokens folder if you made one, if there is
FG,
one.
And campaigns, and yeah, I did make one. And Crooked Woody's Revenge, and tokens. Lacey O'Malley. Here we go. There he is. There he is.
Cool.
Did that update him on the map? Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. There's Lacey O'Malley. So Jeb looks to you guys. He goes, "Let's exit through the rear." And giggity. Give me a notice roll, Jeb.
Jeb is a backdoor man.
Yes, he is.
As you turn and you say this, you look back to the innkeeper, Lawrence, here, or to the hotel desk clerk. And there I go again, Benno. You look back to the hotel desk clerk. TOA 47, curry is life, curry is love, and I would yeehaw to curry.
I would love some of that backdoor action.
Yep, some backdoor action. Yeehaw to curry. As you look past the hotel desk clerk, it's a little mousy guy, Lawrence. As you say this about the back door, you see his eyes shoot towards the back door, and then he looks at the front door, and he picks up a broom and he starts kind of sweeping back down the hallway. Moves out from around the desk and kind of starts sweeping down the hallway.
Guys,
Little- little-
Does this front door look lockable? Like
Little
Is there
Beaver immediately
blockable?
fires an arrow at that fucking innkeeper.
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. You can give me a notice roll at -2. So give me a notice roll at -2. Let's see if you even noticed the whole transaction, because you're at the front door. Nope. Nope. You don't even notice. No, but Jeb did. Jeb, you saw it. You're standing right here next to him. You guys, the rest of you are out here in this vestibule. Like you're heading out
Where's
the
the
front
front door? Right here, right?
Yep.
So Tim, is there a window up here?
right under the chimney? That doesn't make much sense.
door. Well, it is. It is what it is. It's the map that I used. And a good map it is, too. Game Tile
That's
Warehouse.
true, though. How do you get in it? I guess the front door would have to be technically on the bottom of the map, which is just wrong. Because there's a chimney there, there's a chimney there.
Yeah, we'll just say the front door's right there, and there ain't no chimney there.
It's a walk-through chimney. It's a walk-through chimney.
Yeah.
I was thinking like somewhere on the corner or something.
I didn't even notice that when I was putting this together, Benno. Thank you very much for douching my whole fucking encounter. Dick.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, Timmons is standing by the front door, so it's close enough. But is there a window up front?
Yeah, we'll say there's a window here and there's a window there. So as you look out the window, you can see. Well, this is going to be interesting.
It's dark out.
See, dude here.
It's a dude by himself.
Yeah. Yep. It's Guardian Angel, and he's heading this way. And then you see him, Timmons, he just stops right there and he's kind of peeking out around them crates.
Does he
And
like creep behind the crate? Like get low?
we just rolled, or we just drew cards, and H.G. Willikers is up.
Let's see, was he like looking in our direction or just strolling down the street?
He was looking your direction, and then he walked right over here like he's kind of hiding behind this crate, but Timmons has seen him. I don't know that Timmons said, Timmons, I'm going to give you the chance to alert the rest of the posse before we actually go into action here. So you've got enough time to go, hey man, somebody's out there.
Hey, there's an angel. He's creeping up there. Look at him out that window up yonder. And I point at him with my
I'm just gonna
shotgun.
go ahead and hold, I guess.
Did you say you saw something loud enough for Jeb to hear it?
Jeb? Oh, I don't know about Jeb. No, I wouldn't have said it that loud, I don't think. I mean, unless there's a straight hallway to where you're at, maybe you would have heard it.
Jeb, you can't have the back door action, but keep all the front door info.
Sounds like a win-win to me.
You can't have cake and brownies and eat them both
Oh dear God!
at the same time.
Did we have
It's
a
called a
disclaimer
Napoleon.
before I joined?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an adult stream. Please, if you're under the age of 18, fuck off.
If you've ever seen Bugs Bunny weed, not any worse.
It's true.
Yeah. I didn't think Bugs Bunny was that bad back in the day, but times change. You know, you can't just tell Elmer Fudd that it's dirty old skunk season and have him blow Daffy's bill around his head with a shotgun. Don't work today.
It's wabbit season, duck season.
Be very quiet.
So it's my turn, huh?
It's your
so
turn.
Is this guy creeping? Is he like hiding? I'm gonna like.
It just looks like he's just kind of looking up and down the street out.
Tim is just gonna like move up like next to the window and like peek through the curtains and get a better look. Like,
All right.
is this window got glass in it? Is it?
Yeah, there's glass in it. Yeah. It's a pretty nice place, really.
Yeah. Does the window open?
It probably does. You know, get the breezes coming in off the marvelous stench of the maze.
So Tim is just gonna like creep it open, like move up, but stealthily, like next to it, not in front of it. You know, not like, but like reach around and open the window up a little bit.
Give me that stealth roll.
And just.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Benny that.
All right.
All right, that's a little better. He's like, "Oh shit, the board squeaked."
The board squeaked, and as it does, actually it's the window squeaking as you're trying to raise it. As it does, this guy turns and he looks at you. And he turns and walks
I'll
off.
scratch the window and clean it. Like
he walks off in that
like
direction
I'm cleaning it.
and disappears.
Like, as he like look back,
He's seen you looking at him and he takes off that way. Kind of
like,
in a hurry.
oh, and like I turn and look at the rest of the party and I say, "Here they come." And I'll hold my shotgun. Oh, can I hold my action?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, just moving
Well,
over there and open the window. That's I don't know how much that was. Was the window locked? Probably.
yeah, you
I
actually
probably burned
you initiated your action, so you're not gonna be able to hold your action this
Okay.
turn.
Cool. Will you accept my move?
Yes, I will. Okay, and I will also move my feet away from those tables down there.
That's a good idea.
Genthro.
Um. Got nothing.
Yeah, usually a good time to go and hold.
And Lacey's like, "What's going on?" You know, any good newspaper man can't keep from sneaking up here, have a peek out that window. He goes, "I don't see nothing. Where's he at?"
And Timmy said, "You remember the ones that were beating up and killing the people with the cart full of wagons?
And he says, "We gotta go. We gotta
They
get out of
coming
here
back.
now."
Yeah, go out the back door. Follow Jeb. I'm gonna watch."
And with that, let's see, Lacey is his. How come that they don't put the pace roll up there on the combat tracker?
I don't know. I've never seen the
Not
martial
for
side
yeah,
of
the toughness, the pace, the parry, and the grit are not included in their traits that you can roll. I guess because they're not traits. All right.
Damn.
That's 4. He's moving 4.
Bing, bing, bing.
And so he takes off, moving that direction, heading for the back.
Giggity.
Giggity. Little beaver.
giggity go.
Are there any windows?
Windows all over the place.
Tim has
Okay.
just opened one and slid his shotgun out towards the front.
Now,
Okay.
so that you know the
Here.
inside layout of this place is, well, you can't draw a square with the. From there south is rooms, and from there north is rooms, and then there's rooms upstairs too in this 2-story section of the hotel. And then there's this
Okay.
vestibule out here. So there's a window here, there's a window here, and then other than that, you know, you'd have to go into one of the rooms to be able to see out the windows.
Fuck it. All right.
But fuck it.
Pretty much. I don't see anybody at all. So, Little Beaver would sort of like put his back up against a wall where he would feel the most safe, with the most cover, and just sort of squat down and hang out there.
Well, that would probably be inside the main part of the building if you wanted to do that, because there's a big window right.
Well, then he'll do that.
Or you can go up beside the window, squat down there.
That's fine. That's where I'll do it.
All right.
They
And-
probably have a toilet.
Because I don't see anybody anyway. And fuck. Yeah, I'll draw my bow and arrow and just hang out. Fuck it, I got nothing else. Not going outside.
All right. Paloma.
Paloma. She is going to move to about here. No. Freaking Oh, actually, wait. First, she's going to cast protection. Jeez Louise. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna cast protection, and she's going to use. Excuse me.
Hickper.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points to boost it on everybody in this group. Oops.
I haven't
Don't
even
forget
looked to
to
see
mark
what
yourself.
how Lacey defends himself.
I should have chased him down and slit his throat.
He's got a pen. He keeps saying the pen's mightier than the sword. We're gonna out.
Yeah, he's definitely not wearing a sidearm.
There we go. Now I have a raise.
That's sweet.
Did you just say the penis is mightier than the sword?
Oh, whoops.
No, that's just what Yokaki heard.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
okay.
And
Protection, toughness. Toughness. Okay,
then
everybody
she'll
feels
be
tough.
here, so she's next to Lacey to keep an eye on her. And that would be the end of her turn.
Do you like splash a shot of moonshine in her face? Is that one time for like, "Wah!"
What?
That would be H.G. Willikers.
Yeah, I was about to say what. And can I move to here, Marbanya?
You
Thank
sure
you.
can.
And that's the end of her turn.
All right, Marb. This back door, is it locked currently? Or can it
Giggity.
be locked? Or can it be?
Oh, you just reach up and twist the deadbolt.
Can you give me like 2 seconds? Phone call.
1, 2. Okay.
Is Jeff supposed to have toughness on him too?
No, because he's at the back of the building, I guess, and she couldn't see him.
I'll interrupt him and take.
She
my
used
turn
7
while he's
points.
gone.
Okay, you're going to interrupt? What are you going to do?
I'm taking 2 actions. I'm going to cast Quickness. I am, however, going to use my adventure card for Ace, so that I succeed with a raise automatically.
Very good.
And then
Okay,
I'm
sorry
using
about that.
my second action to continue to run and pick up the pace.
Okay. And what does the quickness do for you?
I can now take 2 actions a turn without penalty for the next 5 turns. And because I got the raise, I can't get under an 8 on my action card.
All right, so go ahead then
And
and
I'm going to bolt past him out the door.
do what? You're going to bolt past him and out the door? Boom.
Oh,
About the time you're like, has it got a deadbolt? Yeah, you turn it, you open the door, and H.G. Willikers goes moving quicker than you've ever seen his old spindly legs move before, and out the door he goes.
oh well. Did you see anybody while you're out there?
And he just went off a hold. So it is back to your turn, Jeb.
My-
So yeah, HG goes running past.
Well, okay. You see anybody while you're out there?
I believe so.
All right, I'm gonna.
Marbanya, do we know where we're supposed to be going if we leave this building?
That's a good question.
Probably get the hell out of the city, Lacey says. We got to get out of here. Something ain't right. I ain't put
I
it.
thought his friend. I thought we were finding your friend.
He's gone or he's never been here. I've got some misinformation. Something ain't. We got to get out of this city. It's a bad place to be.
Well, Jeb's going to let them know that come on this way. It seems clear. and Chip is going to kind of walk around HG there, pull a sidearm, and kind of take cover behind the boxes and whatever that is.
So you move up to there, and now
That's pretty much the end of my turn. Somebody's still on hold.
mm-hmm.
So I thought a bunch of people actually press hold.
Do what, Wicked?
So I thought a couple other people were on hold besides me there, up in the front.
Yeah, give me just a second.
Well, I think Little Beaver said he was going to go on hold at first, but decided or didn't or something. No, that was Timmons that wanted to go on hold, but already did an action.
Correct. I have a sneaky feeling that the ones that are on hold are just invisible at the moment.
Or just can't be seen.
Well, yeah. The DM hasn't activated their tokens.
Yeah. Quite literally invisible, at least to us.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry I had to switch out atomizers. It took a shit on me.
Oh, we thought you were setting up an encounter.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Jingo.
Jingo with 11
11
raiders.
people. Holy shit.
Shit.
It's like a whole crew. What's up, guys?
Welcome aboard. Oh, there's Martian Cat. Hello, Miss Jingo.
Miss
Baboonski.
Jingo.
Mr.
Troll
Trollord
Lord.
Games. DMC Crimson. Jingo the Fool. Dances with Kobolds rating.
Steph.
Whoa, Steph's here.
So many people.
Yeah, so many
17
people.
currently.
So many people, so little time. And you know what I'm going to do, because there is just way too much to go through here and do this one at a time. And I'm going to be the lazy GM. And we're just going to open some shit up. Because they came off a hold, and as you step through this door, H.G. Willikers comes running out, and Jeb comes out behind him. You've got, and here's the unfortunate part, they rolled a joker
Wow.
on the very first card.
Oh, fuck me running.
Fuck H.G. running, he's the one running.
I don't feel so bad for hiding now.
Yeah. 84 and 12, 84 and 12. Good lord, I hate these big encounters like this. So I need to actually start with, let's see, 99, 45, 84. This dude. And this dude has a club, and he's running around this direction. And I'm going to penalize him a little bit. He can't get any farther. And he runs over with this club and takes a swing at you. Oh, and hits.
He's all squatted down with his pistol out. The guy comes running around the corner.
Oh,
Whacks him. Oh, right upside the head.
that's that joker.
I'm going to soak that.
Mm-hmm.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. Okay. And this guy who is here, he is going to jump over these crates right here, which that takes him 4. That takes him 5. That takes him 6. He can get. And he pulls up his club, and he's going to stay right there where he's at. Number 84. This dude, now this guy, he's got squirrely eyes. You're looking at him, Jeb. He's got squirrely eyes, and he looks at you, and he looks at HG, and he pulls up. Looks like a Navy pistol, revolver, single action revolver, and he's pointing it your direction. And who does it go for? It goes for Jeb Hexman.
Which one is firing?
Number 12.
12.
I'm sorry, 12. Where's he at? No, he's not doing anything. I need to go to number 84. Where's he at?
Yeah, northwest of. Yep.
Yeah.
Now being ducked down, being kind of ducked down. And
Yeah, I'll give you some put some cover on yourself there. You know how to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, put some light cover on. We'll give him a -2 because hell, these are just crates and barrels, but.
Right. All right.
Got it. All right, so he takes a shot. Oh, wah, 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 pow. That's yep. I'm gonna say that 5 and below, his gun misfires and has a mechanical failure. It does not. Just a bad shot. And we got one more guy. He's here. He does the same thing. He pulls up a Colt or a Navy. And this time it's H.G. Willikers that he takes a shot at. H.G., you're not quite hunkered down, are you? You're running out the door.
Oh, he's naturally hunkered down.
Oh, shit. Just hit with a raise. He just took. You just got to fire it at with a Navy. Colt Navy 36. Is there anything you want to do before I roll damage?
I don't believe there's anything I can do.
I don't think so.
You can squint. +6, 10. Just shaking. That's not bad.
Thank you, Paloma.
Yeah. So you're gonna save your chips. You're not gonna use chip on that, soak it or anything, or did you? Nope, you did not.
He's shaking anyways. He's like.
Yeah, he can just use the chip to remove shaking. So we'll do that at any time. Okay, and then the rest of these guys are all moving towards the front door.
Oh, they're dead now.
This dude's moving this way. And you see with him, this is it. You of course you don't see anything yet on that. I shouldn't have revealed that one. GM fuck up. So let me approve these rolls, move everybody forward. And now move him up to there. All right, so they are no longer. So most of them got their Joker rounds way.
Good.
Damn, that's terrible. That's absolutely sucks. All right, Lacey O'Malley's got an ace, and
I need
H.G.
another
Willikers
card.
needs another card.
I wonder if I reapply that effect, if it removes it.
Damn it.
I need to run through half the deck real quick.
It does not, but it doesn't duplicate it at least. That's good to know.
That's better.
All right. Lacey O'Malley, you see him move inside, and kind of when he hears the gunshot outside, out the back, he just stops and ducks down behind the front desk of the hotel. Tim,
Timmons is gonna. He sees these guys coming right through the window pretty easily since he's stuff.
yeah, you could see him out that window right there. Now this is a wall and a door in front of you. There's a window in the
He's
door, though.
gonna creep over to the door, open the door, just enough for the shotgun to go out and blast these guys with the shotgun.
Okay, by the way, you can do. You remember looking that up
Double
on the double
barrel.
barrel, pulling both triggers at the same time? Oh,
Yeah. But I don't remember where it's at now. I was just looking for it. But I need to roll. And ones or twos, I think, are the magic for the double barrel.
yeah. Give me just a second because it was firing into melee, innocent bystanders, shotguns. Here we go. I knew I could get there somewhere or another. So.
Oh, I did roll a 1.
Timmons, it sounds like you really are a great blower.
Let's see. I've lost it on the double barrels. Oh, double barrels. Some shotguns have 2 barrels wielded side by side. If an attacker wants to fire both barrels at the same time, roll damage once and add +4.
So it'd be a 7 + 4, 11.
Yeah, but what is it? There's rules about firing into melee.
I think you still have to, let's say, a shotgun. Yeah.
I think if it's done in melee, you still get an additional +2.
Shotguns
shotgun.
fire a spread of metal. Do more damage at close range, where more of the shot hits target. Because this,
innocent.
yeah, they add +2 to the user's shooting rolls. Here, let me just share that with you. So you got quick. Append that to your toolbar too, because there's just so much that I'm learning. I can't keep up with all of
Appendix
it.
A's. So it says on the innocent bystanders, right? When an attacker misses a shooting. Okay, I didn't miss on.
Right, but
So I shoot that number 8 with a shotgun, and I hit him, and I double barreled him with a +4 to damage.
Damn.
to paint us a picture of what it looks like to double barrel a guy from 5 feet away in the chest, because it's fucking ugly, I can tell.
So it like catches him on the what does he got? A pistol in his hand or a club? It catches him and just rips his entire arm and shoulder off and sprays against the 2 behind him.
And he just explodes.
And Timmons is going to close the door at that. And then, is there a counter in here?
Right back here where Lacey's hiding. He's hiding down behind the front.
Oh, that
front
far?
counter. Yeah. And I apologize for the
floor
map.
is-
I had intended this fight to be played out outside, but oh well.
Well, he's going to lock the door and step over here. If I can lock the door.
Now there seems to be there's no deadbolt. There's a key on it. There's a key that locks this one.
And he's like, boy, the door ain't lockable, and they're coming. Get ready.
Whoops.
All right, and we come to H.G. Williker.
I am going to take 2 actions. I'm going to run over here, and then I'm going to hit them with a blast.
Okay. Blast a weird sign.
I think in his case, it's more like a Molotov cocktail.
A
Yeah.
burst, actually, but yeah.
It's a Gene Simmons.
Oh, shit, I forgot to target him.
Yeah.
6 would succeed, so then they're going to take the 3d6 plus 3 damage.
I can barely hear you, Darren.
Yeah, move the mic just.
The
There you go.
6 would have succeeded. Did you want me to re-roll it? Or?
Well, I don't know if it. No, it should have. It should allow you to apply the damage anyway. Ooh, that's wounds for those guys, and they are not. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any soaking on them. So. Don't pass your turn yet, though. Whatever you do, or did you?
He wanted to.
I'm not. Yeah, I had already planned 2 actions.
Okay.
He takes off here while running, blowing out a cone of flames that engulf these 3. We're hopping off, and he's gonna drop kick Rooster Peterson here.
You're gonna drop kick over Rooster. Did you guys zone in and see? I had to use that Lee Van Cleef token. That character somebody did of him. That was just too cool. I'm like, yeah, I got to use that. That's Rooster Peterson right there. He looks like Rooster Peterson. All right.
I still think Willikers' token's the best. Look at that freaking thing. Once you zoom in on it. Really?
Oh, and you kick him. Okay, I got to deal with some of these dead ones first.
By the way, you did 2 actions. It was supposed to be at -2 on both of them.
I have quickness going, so no, it's
Yeah.
not.
I forgot about that. So you're right. My bad.
Let's see. I've got to. Where's all my?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. They are down there. Okay, so dude is dead. Dude is dead. Dude is dead. And Rooster Peterson. Did you target him?
Yes, I have him targeted. I rolled regular fighting, I think, is the problem.
Yeah.
Because I was supposed to get fighting at a +1 for the martial arts.
All right.
It didn't.
That
doesn't
should
look
automatically
translated over.
back. Oh, that's even better.
It did. It didn't give me the +1 though, so it would have been a 15.
All right. Hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll that damage.
With 2 raises,
Well, it doesn't
it
really
matters.
matter.
It doesn't anymore.
Nah, you still get just 1 bonus die.
Right.
I'm going to use my card.
Okay.
Let's see as a name for Deadly Blow.
Oh, what's that mean?
Doubles the
I do
melee damage.
double melee damage.
Okay, so
Won't
that,
let me actually link it on because I don't have the second thing.
It says you can't play anymore.
He gave me
Yeah.
a second one in the beginning, but he said he couldn't add one.
Okay.
so but you still have a second one. Did it take it away from you when you played that one?
You gave me an extra card, but it didn't give me an extra play. So when I used the first one, it used up the little coin thing.
Shit.
So it won't let me actually put it on there.
All right. I'll give you a rest here in a minute or something to fix that. I'm not sure how. No, you can't give rest in here. We'll figure that out in a minute. Anyway, so you hit this dude with.
Double melee.
Wait a minute. Hang on. That was 14. Attack was 14.
36.
Damage is 36. Holy shit. You know what? I'm not even going to try to soak them wounds. There's 7 of them. Fucking A. All right.
Yeah, there is.
So you
Shit.
run up to this guy. I don't understand that. How'd that happen? 7 wounds?
Yeah, he's got an 18.
Yeah. I found some issues with whoever did the conversion of this to Fantasy Grounds. I had prepped earlier in the week and got all the encounters set up, and I started looking at the encounters right before the game tonight, and none of the guardian angels had a single weapon on them, none of them, and I had to replace all of those right before the session. So, all right, HG, you run up to this guy and drop him. How do you do it?
So he runs across the wall, shooting on a gut of flames, lands there, and then flies through the air, drop kicking this guy real quick, so he can tumbling back out into the street, never to rise again, likely.
Does he do like one of those scissor-like things to his neck and just like snaps it as he goes flying over him?
Yeah, let me see.
Lands behind
It'd be
him.
more like a controlled fall, since I'm a drunken boxer, I guess.
You're a drunken something.
Controlled fall. That's a good way to put it. Where's my tables? Where's
and
my
he goes, "Dagnabbit."
You broke my foot, Sonny.
Let's say just where you kicked him at.
You had
Right
dentures.
right in the solar
God.
plexus, man. You kick him right in the gut, and you know when you feel it that you've busted his guts up hard, and you see his eyes go the size of saucers, and just kind of roll up in his head, and he crumples to the ground. You hear him moan 2 or 3 times, and his leg is twitching as he lays here on the concrete. And you look up, and coming up behind this guy is this. It looks almost like someone has flayed a person. You see bone in a few places. This zombie kind of rambling toward you. So I need a is it guts check?
Spirit.
Spirit roll.
Yeah, I think they got rid of guts, which
Yeah,
is
it's a
the
spirit.
problem. They have a grit, because grit adds 2 guts.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. You know, HG, you're an old veteran of the West. You've seen some weird shit since coming west, and you're like, oh, I'm not. It doesn't shake you too much. You're like, fuck, another one of them son of a bitches. All right. That was a hell of a way to clear out the back lot.
I know, right?
Little Beaver.
It was like Tombstone.
All right, so Timmons closes the front door. It's now shut. And we still got windows here, and they're coming.
And the window right next to you is open.
Is it open? Fuck.
Yes.
So,
Timmons
Well, now
opened it. Not a lot, but enough you can shoot an arrow out. Since you're squatting on the ground, all you gotta do is lean over. Twang! You could probably get that guy in the kneecap. Maybe even that guy.
the beeve will stand up for this.
The
He
beef.
will. The beef, yeah. Can I fire twice with my bow and arrow?
2 actions.
2 actions?
-2 on them, right?
Yeah, just click the
I'll-
one action button at the bottom and make it say 2 actions and do your thing.
Ain't that fancy?
That fucking is.
You could just kick the glass out too.
Wow. that is-
Pew!
Fuck. Shit. Try again.
As they go brrr, through the window.
That hit.
There you dying. All right, dude. 26, 26, 26. There he is. We'll apply that. And
You did almost as much as I did with a double barrel.
Yeah.
And the beeve will squat back down. Because that's what he does best.
The beef squat's right there. Beef squat.
Yeah. The bloody one.
Okay, who's up? Bloody one comes ambling around the corner over here, and I need to get rid of Rooster. Poor old Rooster. He didn't even get to do anything. I'm like, yeah, this encounter, you know what? This encounter right here needs a wild card. Well, there he goes. And he just beelines it straight for H.G. Willikers. Do I?
Wild cards get adventure cards used on them.
Yeah, they do. He attack. Oh, that's a hit. This thing rakes its long, filthy claws into you.
I think it may have hit him.
Did I drag it onto him? Hang on. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Bloody one. Yep. Parasite. There we go. H.G. Willikers. There's a hit. There's my hit. All right.
I have this weird, suspicious thought that
Doesn't do anything.
the bloody one is who we should run for.
I'd be like bleeding on the ground if it wasn't for her at this point.
What does Little Fang say?
What?
Yeah, tell us what she says, Little Beaver.
I said, Little Beaver thinks, the player thinks that the bloody one is probably who the fuck we should be running from in this encounter.
Oh, Django. Holy shit, Django. He's making it rain in here. Look at them cheer biddies. Django's throwing his biddies around. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Alright,
very
I'm
much.
gonna play. Oh, sorry.
Big gold biddies.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna play a card
Uh-huh.
called I Really Hate These Guys. So I was supposed to do it at the beginning of combat. Oops.
Well, we didn't know what we were facing at the beginning of combat, so.
You're
it's
supposed
like
to play
your
the
first
cards
turn.
at the beginning of combat? Seriously?
Some
Yeah, I
cards.
didn't realize it was at the
Some
beginning of
cards.
combat, not the beginning of my turn.
Oh,
I
the
thought it was
card
supposed to be at the beginning of my
specifies
turn.
beginning
Yes.
of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them specify at the beginning of a round.
Yeah, I thought I read it like as at the beginning of my turn. Would I still be able to use it since we didn't have anybody on the screen at all at the start?
Yeah.
At the first
Yeah, you
round?
can use it.
Okay. So it's I really hate these guys, and I can pick a type of extra that she really wants to kill. And I would pick the Guardian Angels.
Okay. So you're targeting the Guardian Angels outside?
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, she's going to get an extra d6 damage roll on them.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Yeah, all your attacks can. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go for should I be risky and go for 2 attacks or just 1? That's the question. You know what? I'm gonna be responsible this one time and just go with 1. Yep, I'm gonna go with 1. So I'll go with Guardian Angel 24.
Look out for your dick, Guardian Angel 21.
Did you tell her about that?
Yeah, recapped it, yeah.
I'm tilted. So what's the problem with using
That was
red die
good.
again? Red fate chips?
If you use them for the +6, the DM or the marshal gets to draw a chip from the bag.
But if I use it just to re-roll, then it doesn't
doesn't
do
get it.
anything?
It's just a regular white Benny
Yep.
at that point.
Just using it as a white
then
Benny.
I'll just re-roll. Fuck life. I really want to hit this guy. Okay.
Use another chip.
Yeah, let's just get all this bad luck out of the way.
Hey,
There you go.
third time's a charm.
That's a hit.
Now roll an additional d6 and add that to it.
That's a hit.
So 12.
Nice. 12.
Wouldn't have mattered, I think, at Yeah, it gives him a wound anyway, so I will apply that.
Did she move up to the door and open it or something?
I think she's shooting through the window.
Yeah, there's a window in the front of this building here.
I thought that's how we got in, wasn't it?
Well, you went through the
Or did
door
we go
right
through
here.
the door
Well,
like
Tim
civilized
has got the
people?
door
Oh.
closed though, so you did. Boy, that I didn't even catch that. Fuck. Yeah.
Damage is dealt.
I've been dealing with nothing but catastrophe after catastrophe all night over here.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's not you, Bunny. It's just.
Well, she got a 10, so probably shot right through the window.
Right through the window. Glass shatters everywhere.
Timmons is like looks over at her like, holy shit, that was right by my face.
It would have been an improvement.
Are you talking about my lisp again? Good Lord, everyone talking about my lisp.
The beaver says, Paloma, right?
All
Is it my
right.
turn?
It is your turn, Jeb Hexman.
Alright, well, I am in melee with the Guardian. What is that number?
Yeah, the guy with the
99?
club.
I'm just gonna bridge the gap.
He got
Should probably
99
take
Guardians and a Jeb Hexman.
He's bridging the
Take your
gap.
cover off of him.
Giggity.
Cover still.
But yeah, I'm basically turning around and taking a step towards the Guardian. And with my free hand, I'm pulling out my Bowie knife and trying to stab the fucker.
Come on, give me
Trying
hand.
was the key word. He grabs a hold of your arm as you bring it forward.
Nope. God damn.
He grabs hold of your arm.
He grabs a hold of your arm as you bring it forward. There's an echo in here.
Fuck. Do I want to use the last one? Yes.
Let's move these guys back out.
That's better.
Well, there's good use for it. Okay. You hit, dude.
Not Lebowski.
Yeah. Dude. Not the dude. Let
Just
me
like
Oh
stabs
man,
him
not
in
on
the
the
neck or
carpet.
something.
Not on the
on a
rug.
rug, man.
Really tied the room together.
It did, didn't it?
Yes, it fucking did.
You're gonna have to stick my head in there. I like when he's shoving his head in the toilet. He's just
You're gonna have to
going
do
along
it.
with it. Let me look again, he says.
Yeah, let me look again.
I think you need to take the light cover off because I can't do that apparently.
Really?
You put it on and you can't take it off? That's weird.
Yeah. This rule set needs some love, man. Serious love.
Yes, it does. Well, I think they're supposed to be working on it further.
Cool. Good night, Jingo. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Thank you for the cheer bits and bringing your gang over. Bringing your posse over here.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think Dance's Kobolds was trying to raid Jingo just at the same time as he was raiding you.
Oh, no shit?
So
So-
it just combined the two into one raid for you.
Well, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Well, thank you, Stephanie and Jingo and everybody else, Babs, for coming over tonight. Okay, so we are with Jethro.
Let's see. I'm gonna hold my action. We're just gonna see what happens.
All right. Guardian Angel. Who? 9? Yep. Yeah, on that, he's running. and with his pace roll, which I have to open it up to give a damn pace. That was 4 to there, so he still has his full movement. He's off the map. He's like, that's enough of that. He's seen too many of them go down. Saw this arrow come flying out of the window and glass shatter, and this guy just drops right in front of me. He's out of there. This guy. No. Unfortunately, he's heading towards this door right here. He grabs a hold of the door handle.
He's not that smart.
No, he's not that smart. He grabs a hold of the door handle and pushes it open and looks inside, and he's looking right at Jethro. But does he see Timmons there? Does he see Little Beaver? So let me just do a notice roll for...
Which way's the door open?
Opens inward.
Like, does it?
Like you could put your foot
Does
against it and
Timmons
stop
behind it?
Yeah, you could put your foot up against it.
Yeah, Timmons is gonna like, oh, here it comes, and put his foot right up on the door to keep it from opening.
All right, well, the glass has been shattered where Paloma shot an arrow through it. So you see the guy look inside, and he takes... Jethro what?
Jethro was interrupting.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, Jethro requests interrupt. Okay, Jethro, this
So
guy,
the guy
you see this
sticks
guy...
his face in the door?
No, he takes the pistol, the barrel of his pistol, and starts knocking the rest of the glass out of here, out of this window, and he shoves the pistol through, and he's pointing it down at you, Timmons, like almost point blank range. Jethro, you see all this right in front of you. What are you gonna do here?
Can I see the guy that's back? That's
Oh, right in
breaking
front
the
of you.
glass?
Yeah, right in front of you.
I'm going to shoot him.
Timmons squints.
Yep. I think I'm going to shoot him. Is what I should say. at
You
this
got
point
your
in time.
little
You're gonna try.
little pistol, your Gatling pistol. Is that what you
Yup.
got out? Timmons is squinting and like hunching over a little. Oh shit!
We're going to. Is a white chip a reroll?
Yes.
We're gonna white chip that.
That's a hit. Wait a minute. Shows the first. Oh, both of them hit and hit. Okay, so we need to. Now here's the problem. You have to each shot. You have to resolve the damage for each action or each attack before you do the second one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's just the way that pistol works. I think only one really
Yeah.
counts, right?
Oh, only one counts?
Well, no. So both hits count, but it can only fire 2 shots at a time. So
Right, but do both do damage or just one damage?
both do damage.
Yeah, see, we can't do it that way because right now, whatever you do is going to apply damage to the 5 minus 1 is 4. The other one is no longer. So let me take off the 5 minus 4 is 1. Or 5 minus 1 is 4.
It shouldn't. It should do it in order.
Go ahead and roll the damage. Let's see what happens.
So far, in order.
Okay. Now, so let me.
Not.
So go ahead and
It
roll.
did.
Yeah. It rolled the.
Yeah, it rolled the right one with the raise.
7
first.
minus 1 is 6. Yes, it did. Okay, now roll damage again. Let's see if it. Well, I'd have to apply this first.
No, it'll just go down.
Yeah, it
Alright.
did. Hey, it works. I
Oh,
can't
okay,
believe
cool.
that shit. Awesome. Doesn't matter. The first one, well, he was only shaking on the first one, so I apply it. And the second one, though, tell me how you clipped him up with this little Gatling pistol.
Well, I mean,
Right in the face.
he's been sitting here anticipating something, not sure what to expect. And the second that broken glass was heard, it just was a Clint Eastwood moment where he just and the first bullet probably grazed him while the second bullet took his eye out.
Yeah,
Damn.
grazed his cheek and the other one just right in the eye. You see him crumple just outside the door here, Timmons. And I will get rid of him. And this guy is, I'm not even going to roll for him. He is going to run and give me a pace roll. See how far he can get. Not very. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's off the map. He takes off running and cuts down this alley. Lacey O'Malley does nothing. Taking notes down as all this is going on. He's got nerves of steel, but not really armed well. Timmons.
Timmons is going to try to get there upstairs and out the window is what he wants to do.
Okay, so give me a pace roll.
Can I do 2 actions? How does that
I
work?
don't know how that works on movement.
Oh, fuck.
Let's see.
The pace bonus counts as an action. So you can do that and 1 action, but it counts as 2.
But the action will be at a negative, but the
Yes.
pace roll will not.
Right.
You have a run button down there. You just click the run button, and it'll take care of all of that.
Where's that?
Where's the run button?
Oh, down here at the bottom.
Bottom left.
Bottom left of what?
Right by
Your
the
whole
modifier
screen,
window.
look at the bottom left. Look
Says
at the
run.
bottom left of the fancy
Right under the
round.
action button.
I always forget about that.
Oh, down there. Run. Okay.
Damn. All right, so you're going to plot this out. Let's do this differently. You get inside. You run.
Sorry.
You get inside here.
I did that.
We'll say the stairs are right there. You start up the stairs, which is difficult terrain, and we'll put you at the landing right at the top of the stairs, and you can see a window looking out here, small hallway going this way before it turns back to the south again.
Yeah, I want to get. What is that? 9, and I have another 3.
No, because it's difficult terrain going up the stairs. It's half your movement.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so
All
that's
right,
12 there.
so I'm good then. I'm done.
All right, HG.
There is a window there, right?
There's a window right there. Yep, looking out over
Yeah. Okay.
this courtyard out here at the
And
street.
it's big enough for his big butt to get out.
Probably. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a 28-inch wide window.
He might have to squeeze.
I'm sure Timmons done it before. Damn. Oh, he takes 2 wounds.
Jesus.
Fucking A. But you know what? That is enough to do him in. Because he is not a wild card.
I was expecting him to be a wild card.
No, he's actually a piece of bone that Rooster threw on the ground before combat started. I expected all this to happen out in the street, and of course I fucked up and had you guys, I dealt out the action cards too quick, but oh well, it happens. But yeah, you just what'd you do to this guy anyway? See, it doesn't tell me what you. Oh, unarmed attack. Yeah.
Yeah, just punched him.
Just
run over, punch him, take his head off as he moves by.
roundhouse takes off that rotten head.
And then we'll run and head around the rest of the building.
Come around the rest of the building, you see nothing. You guys are effectively out of combat.
Oh.
Tokens are unlocked.
So Timmons looks out the window up from up top and sees if he sees anything.
Just bodies laying all over the place out here in red robes.
He's like, I don't see nothing out there. I think they ran off. Do we need to get out of town?
We definitely need to get out of where we are.
Lacey says, Did you get them? Did you get them all? Let's get the hell out of here. I want to live to see another sunrise.
Well, HG
Check
took
out
care of most
this
of the ones in the
weird
back.
monster and the guy that didn't look like a biker.
The what now?
Simmons is going to go up to the
The
innkeeper.
monster and the guy that was with him. I'm gonna go check him out in his pockets real quick.
Okay, so let me pull him back up here just a second. All right, Timmons, you're doing what?
He's going up to the innkeeper that's got a broom in his hand.
Yeah, who's cowering back down to the south down here someplace.
Yeah.
I actually didn't kill him, right? I just knocked him out since he was a wild card.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, you could tend his wounds if you wanted to. I could put him back in there.
Drag him inside.
But I am going to roll on the injury table for him here in just a second. So, leaving a city. There it is. There's Rooster. Put Rooster back in here. There he is. And he's incapacitated and shaken.
Stabilize him.
All right, he's wounded, but let's see how he's...
It should have been a 9.
See, you punched him in the guts, didn't you? That was a gut wound he took earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it is again,
You hit
guts
him in the
injury.
solar plexus. Yeah, you hit him in the solar plexus, I believe.
Yep,
I
right
think
in the
it
solar
said
plexus.
strength earlier. I think it said strength earlier.
Did it? I could scroll back up here, but that's a lot of
Yeah, that's
scrolling.
rough.
That's a lot of scrolling. See if you can find it for me, Benno.
I'll let you know. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Did I miss him?
All right, so you start feeling around on him, and you can tell you've busted his guts up pretty good, but he might live through this. It might take him a while to recoup.
Yeah.
I used my medical there to stabilize him with the 9. And then I'll
Okay.
leave him down somewhere in case we need to interrogate him.
I don't know if this will copy at all, but it busted him in the gut, and strength was reduced to die type. And I have a visitor, so I will go AFK for a moment.
All right, so you drug him inside with you here. You got him drug inside here. He's incapacitated. Lacey says, he's ugly. Ugly, isn't he?
So, did you have anything noteworthy on this person? I provide some information as to why they're here.
You do what now?
I was searching this person for anything noteworthy.
Well, are you sure if he types got some manacles right? Let's...
Oh man, we got Catface over here, and an agent guy, and somebody's got to have something.
Well,
No,
he's got
not particularly.
he's
I don't
got
take prisoners.
he's got 2 Colt Peacemakers
I got
and
a shovel.
and a Winchester 73. So he's got but other than that, he doesn't really have anything on him. I mean, these guys are all wearing robes, so they're not really pockets, but they got a couple of them had gun belts, some of them were just carrying clubs.
Gotcha. I was more looking for anything as far as information.
Yeah,
I didn't
not
bring my
unless you
info.
can haul him out of here and wait till he recovers enough to talk with him.
Well, I got my healing magics.
Yeah. You gonna use healing magics right here in front of Lacey O'Malley and this innkeeper? Timmons and Jeb are
Well,
down here with the innkeeper. Got him cornered down. What are you guys
Well-
doing with the poor innkeeper?
it's
Look.
not bad.
Timmons grabs him by the scruff of his collar and said, "You telling people we in here?"
All right, HG, and you did what now? You're gonna heal him?
So it's not magic. So I just use my potions. Well, so I'm gonna give him some of H.G. Willikers miraculous concoction.
You pull out some snake oil and dump it down his gullet.
Sounds like a wizard we know, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Yep, make sure you rattle it around, chip a few of his teeth while you're doing it.
Yeah, so I would remove one wound and shaking and whatever.
All right. So I can't put wounds on him, I guess. Or
Should
can
be
I?
able to. Should be able to. If you go to the combat tracker where he is, you should be able to add in that first box.
Oh, I may not even say how many you would have. Yeah, how many wounds does he have?
You would have 3.
Alright, so then yeah, I would have just barely passed. So except for the negative.
Yeah, he had 3. No, he had 7 wounds. Wasn't it him that had 7? No, that was the
Oh,
bloody
Well,
thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically he took 7 wounds, but you can only have
Right.
3 wounds.
Right. Yep. Yeah, but
Yeah,
in a
no, I think it
situation
was
like
just,
that, Benno, I think if he could remove 1 wound, I'd say, okay, he now has 6. He's still dying.
Well, I suppose it's depending on the situation.
I mean,
And if we wanted
he
to
kicked him in the
cooperate-
gut so hard. Anyway, all right, we'll give him 2 wounds. And he's kind of looking at you, kind of funny. Like he's not quite sure who you are or where he is or what's going on, and you hear him mumbling, but he just moaning. You can't make anything out right now.
Jethro might have manacles, though.
You say,
I don't take prisoners.
Top guys need to get with the interrogating here.
I don't take prisoners.
It's not my specialty.
I'm afraid I left my manacles in my other pair of pants.
He says, that's not my specialty.
I always knew that about you, Vin.
Manacles hanging off the gun belt and the gag ball in the pocket.
Oh, shit.
J-Rob wishes.
There was once talk about some furry nunchucks.
And it was all bullshit.
Timmons, you grab a hold of this innkeeper, and he goes, I thought they made me do it. They made me do it. They said anybody come to that room, let them know. You don't
Isn't
cross
this
the
an
guardian
inn?
angel. It's a hotel. Ain't been in since the Middle Ages. What's wrong with you?
That's funny. Oh shit.
I slam his head up against the wall a little.
Ow!
Shut up!
By the way, Barb, I'd like to give you a chip for that.
I didn't even draw any chips tonight, man. I got to looking earlier. I was like, well, I could soak that wound, but you know what? Didn't even draw any chips. It's just been one of them nights. Everything has went. If it could go wrong tonight, it went wrong. So, but I still had fun. It was good.
It's because you didn't have me here to remind you.
That's right. That's right. Well, I appreciate your offer on the inspiration chip or the fate chip there.
Where's his friend? And he
Yeah, where's
starts to
this?
pick him up off the ground.
He just never. He come in his room one night and he wasn't there the next day. He must have snuck out in the night.
Can you saw nothing?
When?
He said, there's nothing. The room was empty. It was completely empty. I don't even think he slept in the bed.
When?
He's been gone a couple days now. Lacey O'Malley says they must have caught wind of him
who asked you to tell them if anybody came looking at the room?
The guardian angels did. That guy right there laying over there on the ground, Rooster. He's a mean son of a bitch, right? He is. He
Yeah,
was.
I saw HG take him down in one hit. He can't be that badass.
Let's roll the
That
dice.
was a
boy.
hell of a hit.
Yeah.
I mean, he got taken down by. How old is HG again?
He's 104.
Old enough to feel it. 80s. Yeah, I think it's pretty much.
I think I saw this
80s.
character sheet. I think I saw it. He's pretty old.
Yeah.
Well, Jeb would probably think he's at least 70, if not older.
75.
I thought he was 74.
Probably
Well,
looks a lot
you
worse.
started this game out, you were 74, but a year passed in Denver, remember?
75, so yeah, it'd be 76, and then yeah, they've been a rough
Timmons is
76
29.
with all the drinking and smoking.
All that drinking and smoking and karate chopping. 76-year-old man just dropped this guy in one punch. One kick right to the gut.
I didn't. Simmons didn't get to see it.
Don't fuck with them old timers. All right, so the innkeeper, you guys basically get nothing out. He goes, I don't know anything. I just know that they were looking for that guy, but when they went there, he was already gone. And then they said, if anybody come around looking for him, let them know.
Well, if anybody comes here looking for us, we were never here. Capiche?
I could be quiet. I could be quiet. And he kind of holds his hand out like a bellhop.
I look over at Jeb and said, I can make him so he can't talk no more. And I reach down at my knife on my belt. How quiet can he be?
Bodies there. Pull them all inside and burn this place down.
Where would I work at then?
Wow.
In hell.
It's hard.
Someplace you ain't gonna need your tongue.
Look.
I'm looking to Matt Rimo.
Look, we don't want to burn this place down. We're just trying to keep a low key, low profile. So we're asking you.
Well, that's the point. I mean, we got like a dozen bodies out on the street.
I'm going to have to leave here anyway.
The fire
All these
seems
bodies.
a little more
Oh my God, I got to
innocuous.
move on.
Yeah, and I'm sure once the Guardian Angels realize that most of their men were taken out, that you were alive, they might come after you. So you might want to get the hell out of town. Let them go, Timmons.
He drops him.
He runs back over to the front desk and grabs a few of his personal belongings out from underneath it. Scrawls a big note on top of it. Says, I quit, and then he looks at it, and then he looks around, he looks at them dead bodies, and he wads up the note and shoves it in his pocket and takes off running out the door.
Timmons is gonna follow him out the front door and watch him, see which way he goes.
You see him heading towards the gates of Lost Angels, heading east.
So not the direction that the Guardians went.
No, he's heading east. He's heading off this way.
East would be out of town.
What was there? Two of them got away? There's only two of them got away from you?
Something like that.
Yeah. Timmons is like, if we going, now's the time.
You guys are also probably missed a meal. You can smell food. You can smell fresh food. You're like, no, I'm kind of hungry. And you're here in this hotel.
We might have a few minutes. Timmons goes in the kitchen.
Make us all a
They
sandwich.
got
while you're-
both.
You go.
There's curry chicken on the stove. Look at this.
You go into the kitchen, Timmons,
I
and
think it's chicken.
there's a wood stove burning here, probably ghost rock stove, who knows? And there's a pot. There's like a pot of stew or something on top of it, and the smell of the food. You're like, God, man, that smells great. And the closer you get, the more sour the smell turns. And when you lift the lid off the pot, it looks it's cold. It's not even hot, and the food inside of it is like turned. It's got some funk growing on it and stuff.
What the hell? It was just smelling good like 2 seconds ago. What the hell did you do this time, Timmons?
Oh, there's foul magic afoot. You see that creature out back?
You look out back at creatures
Try
gone.
and eat me, it did.
Timmons is still sniffing it. Are
Trying
you
to-
sure it's bad? Are you sure it's bad? I don't think it's bad.
Timmons,
We
you
need
wouldn't
to
even
go.
eat that.
Go now.
Lacey
He
says,
was
I
eating the
agree.
jerky in hell.
Jeb grabs Timmons by the back of the jacket and just kind of drags him out. He's like, "Come on, we're going."
Man, that smells so good.
Just add a little shine to it. That'll kill anything.
Hey, wait,
bad
what's in this
there.
cabinet?
You get to looking
Guys.
around the cabinets and stuff. There's a money box in here.
Shank.
It's got
Why do you need a money box? Why do you need money?
$6 in it.
Y'all gonna burn the place down? Might as well take the $6 to buy a couple of bullets, an epitaph or something.
There's a bunch of pennies in here. A couple of Liberty
He
dimes.
just folds it. He just takes the folded money.
Just the folded money. And it's $6 in folded money. U.S. bills. No, let's see. I think Reverend Graham actually has his own currency. We'll figure that out later. Just write down $6 from Lost Angels somewhere in your inventory. I'll have to look that shit up this week, but I'm pretty sure Graham's got his own form of currency. All right. So, what are you guys gonna do? You can still hear this battle going on outside. Craziness. Off to the east. You taking this guy
Head
with
back to
you,
the-
or what? He's not going to be much of a conversationist tonight.
Timmons will pick him up and sling him over his shoulder.
Speaking of which, can I play a card on him?
If you like.
Okay, so I'm going to play this card on him.
What?
So you walk up and you look down at him, and he's barely able to open his eyes, and he blinks his eyes a couple times, and then he catches your eye as you're looking down at him, and the slightest of smile comes to his lips, and he just says, "It's a dream," and then his eyes close again.
I think the prisoner is thirsty. That's all Paloma's message.
Shit. That's a giggity.
Yeah.
Giggity.
I think it was totally intentional too.
Oh fuck.
Timmons is gonna pick him up and chuck him over his shoulder and say, "Let's get out of here."
Now I need to find this because I don't know if you guys could see the, let's see, where did I have old Lee Van Cleef's? There's a picture of Rooster. If I can find him. Oh yeah, there we go. Now let me get this over here into the right folder and I can show you guys. You guys can have old Rooster here. Holy shit, that's big. There you go. There's the man that just fell in love with you, Paloma.
Nice.
And he does look awfully gaunt. But yeah, so you're gonna take him with you then? You're gonna haul him out of here? Get him
Timmons
up.
is, yeah. He picked
He's
him up.
not. He's not incapacitated anymore. But he's just not. So you try to pick him up, and he's like, "What? What?" He's trying to come back. He wants to keep passing out. He's just tore up so bad inside. He's moaning, "Oh, my stomach! Oh, let me sit." And then he stops and he looks at Plum and he goes, "Oh, but take me with you. Take me with you, baby."
She's gonna be a little bit surprised, but she's going to go over and get a what is it, like a rag, and wet it from her.
From her what?
Whoa!
Listen, from her
What does that mean?
canteen. That word,
Oh.
canteen. And she's going to like wipe off his forehead while she casts, like she's gonna sneakily cast sucker on him to basically stabilize him.
I didn't know it was called a canteen, but that's pretty cool.
Listen, you.
All right, so you kind of give him some healing there, some healing love, tribal medicine. Oh, wow, that'll take off both those wounds.
That's a lot of healing there.
Well, it's only just basically for fatigue, or if he's incapacitated. Oh, the wounds will remain.
Oh, will they?
But it does. It shouldn't be mortally wounded, nothing he has should worsen. It's just basically putting him a bit together.
Well, you
So
kind
you
of
sterilize.
yeah you sterilize. No, you kind of help the dude out. You oh, that is so wonderful. That's so wonderful. You're such a lovely person. You're my butterfly. I'm your flower.
In Lakota, she's gonna say to Little Beaver, she's like, I think he ate some cactus.
He seems to be able to kind of stand on his own now. He's a little wobbly. He's wobbling around, and he walks in a staggered step. But he's every time you move, Paloma, he's right behind you, following you like a little lost puppy.
She's just like, see, you wouldn't get injured if you made better choices.
And I believe that order
Yeah,
inventory main
Don't
other.
be picking on your elderly.
So I'm gonna have to do this then. Here's Rooster Peterson. Rooster Peterson is now on the party sheet on the other tab, NPCs that you have control of.
Nice.
But we need to fix his token because that is not his token. Why does it always revert? I don't understand it.
Oh shit! Farming Simulator is free next week. Sorry.
What? You're one of them guys that calls farmers only, aren't you?
Sure, yeah.
I tried playing it.
I've wanted to play it for like years, and I'm too cheap to buy it.
What is it?
But Farming Simulator. Last time I checked it on.
There's like a million.
I had to stop
animals.
because I was literally watching the grass grow. So I'm like, are you serious? I'm literally just sitting here watching the grass grow so I can mow the grass and feed the damn cows.
So that's when you decide it's time to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, that's enough of this for right now. Let me go do something a little more constructive.
Okay, to satisfy my curiosity, so this guy, Rooster Peterson, is now in the party sheet under party allies. Can you guys do anything with him? Can you open up his character sheet or anything?
I don't even know where the hell that is.
On the party sheet, on the other tab, the very last tab.
Other tab.
Yep.
Oh, party sheet.
Or maybe it's just a place. Do you even see the other tab?
I can see it. I can see it. I clicked on it.
Yeah.
Can you click on
Yeah, we
Rooster?
can open his. Yeah, it opens up like
Cool.
a mini sheet.
Good.
But I can't roll off of it though. But yeah, I can see the sheet and stuff.
Well, the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I just
I
rolled.
can't roll his office combat tab. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh. He can't fight.
So let's do this real quick because it's getting close to time. It's time to quit. So you guys get him on his feet, you get him stabilized. Paloma now has a new love of her life, or perhaps she is the love of his life, and she is only messing with him because she does. What is it she does to white men? What was it?
The rumor.
Yeah, the rumor. She
Oh.
eats their flesh or something.
To sacrifice them for power to the spirits.
Yes. Matter of fact, you guys all might be. You've heard that rumor about her, and you might be looking like, now, what's this? Their next victim? We're gonna catch her in the act.
Timmons looks over at Ruchi and says, "You're in the spirit world now, boy."
Really? Let's see.
Can we change his loyalty to me or to Paloma?
Yeah, you're the only one he's gonna be loyal to. The rest of these guys, he's indifferent with them right
I
now.
just meant for his hindrances. Sorry, because Wicked brought it up that he has the loyal hindrance.
Okay, well, let's see. He has the loyal hindrance, and we will change that to Paloma.
I just got bitch slapped by an old man.
Yeah, he really don't like you too much.
I was going to say, Paloma, on your main tab, you can add at least his name under allies. You might be able to link him from that thing on the party sheet. I don't know.
Oh, what happened? I just got a.
Oh, it glitched when I tried dragging him over, I think.
And it disappeared
And
off
then
the.
it, like, deleted
Oh, wow.
him. Yeah.
What the hell? I said maybe. It was worth a try.
Yeah, it was worth a try. Definitely worth a try.
The real one did end up popping up on my ally sheet. I don't know why it replaced it with like a blank one in the other thing.
Oh, it did?
But that was weird. Yeah, it ended up doing that after a second, after it deleted. I guess it was just the way it shifted over. It was just
All right,
weird.
now see if you can get to his stat blocks and his combat stuff.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so
that's how you do that.
I can take
And
him
then
out
you
of
roll a crit fail.
I rolled a crit fail for him before that too. Okay, there you go.
All right, so basically the way it works is just like the party sheet and inventory, except it's with the NPCs. So the GM puts something in there. Okay, this is for so and so. This is your ally, and then that person drags it off. Evidently, it throws an error and puts a copy of some blank NPC in there. But hey, it works kind of. It's cool. All right, so you guys get him on his feet. Lacey says, "We got to get the hell out of this city," and you guys take off back for the gates. Timmons, I need that stealth roll again if you were the one rolling stealth for the party.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Not a problem. You guys are able to make your way around because everything's concentrated, out away from the city. This big old battle that's going on. You can see people with these jetpacks on their backs flying around with flamethrowers and torching people and shit. It looks like hell out here. But where is yes. As you guys come back out, let's get some sound effects going. And every now and then you hear the flamethrower. Where was that? Oh, it was cool. So all this nonsense is going on. When you guys return to the Wasatch railhead, you get to see just how ruthless their generous host has been for the last few days. So you duck down as stray rounds go flying over your head. Something's buzzing in your ears. You're not sure what the hell it is. You're like, what is that noise? What is that noise? Over the groan of ghost rock-powered war wagons and the thunder of artillery, you hear what sounds like giant insect. You look up, and in the eastern sky is a fleet of massive black airships. The moonlight reveals no markings, but a quick glance at the grinning Dr. Hellstrom, who is miraculously back on his feet over here, not even wounded. He's on the roof of the Good Intentions, leaves little doubt who they belong to. And these airships are moving, and Hellstrom's looking up at him, and he turns back around. He's got this grin on his face. Your instincts tell you something is about to happen, something momentous that will forever change the world, maybe even the future itself. You hunker down a little tighter, hang on to your hat, as the roaring engines overhead of the flying armada pass. Above the whirling melee to the west, and without stopping, the airships drop 3 water barrel-sized objects onto the battling rail warriors below. The objects must be powered by ghost rock, for you can hear them screaming. They smoke, screams coming out of them all the way to the ground as they streak towards the stunned combatants below. Second later, there's a blinding flash of light and a roar like the end of the world.
We're all gonna die!
Last
I love
thing,
the smell of ghost rock in the morning.
last thing you remember is a skull-shaped cloud of fire rising up out of the desert. And you lose consciousness. This compression hits your body. You can see the wave coming across the California desert toward you, and as it hits the camp, wood and shit flies everywhere. I mean, fucking shit explodes. The whole makeshift fort just flies everywhere, and next thing you know, you guys, you can't hear anything. There's this droning in your ears. Turn the pistons off. There's smoke, there's dust. You're trying to wipe the tears from your eyes. A constant humming, moaning, drowning everything else out. You look around, you can see your friends on their hands and their knees, crawling around you, trying to come out from behind these rocks. And as you come to your feet, you awake to a great ringing in your ears that obscures all other sound. In the distance, you see the black airships fading away into the western dark. You look down and thank God you still can't hear, because there's dozens of screaming and burning. You see people on fire running across this battlefield out here. Some of the fiery figures are running toward the distant ocean, but it's way too far. The ramshackle collection of buildings on the outskirts of Los Angeles, called Ghost Town, is fully aflame with screaming innocents, fleeing the blood.
We want to go away from that, right?
Lacey says, "Oh my God, the people in Ghost Town. Somebody's got to help them."
The whole town's on fire.
The whole fucking town is on fire. Let's see here. And you can kind of see it. Again, it's off the... Where the hell is... Way too much information on one story entry. I'll just have to go find it over here.
Well, here, let's put the fire out.
And how do you plan on us putting out the fire in an entire town?
Timmons plays an adventure card.
There's the mushroom cloud from the explosion. And there's Helltown. What's left of it?
Okay, Timmons is playing an adventure card.
What are you playing there, Timothy?
Let's put the fires out.
He's playing the Here Comes the Cavalry. Help arrives from some source determined by the GM.
That source would be you guys. You grab your horses, you mount up, and you take off riding toward Ghost Town.
I don't think that's how that card's supposed to work.
I got dipped off. Damn it.
You guys are the cavalry.
So we get our wagon train and head into Ghost Town.
So
This
you
is
guys,
gonna smell bad.
You guys get in here, and looking at the picture of Ghost Town there, I need to make that a little bit bigger. Do some window management here on a stream client as well. Oh, Rooster. Can't believe she played that card on Rooster.
I know, right?
Fuck. Ugly bastard.
At least you didn't make him out of. You made his token and everything, so at least you get to keep it.
So you guys, you make your way into Ghost Town. The whole fucking place is on fire. There's people crawling around, some dead. And everything is just, it's unreal. Your hearing starts to come back, unfortunately, because you can hear the screams. You see children walking around, their clothes blown off of them, and their skin is just burnt and blackened. It's a nightmare. And Lacey O'Malley immediately goes to helping people, and you guys spend the rest of the night tending and dealing to the injured and helping all that you can. And as the sun starts to rise, and you guys can truly see the devastation that's just struck outside of Los Angeles, and you stop for a break, your hunger is just overwhelming. You guys have not had a chance to eat anything yet. And Lacey sits down. He says, "That was good work out there. Good work in Hellstrom's tunnel too. Not to mention down there in Los Angeles. You're heroes, a lot of you, whether you like it or not. You also seen things that hint at a secret some of us have known for years. There's evil in this world, true evil. Evil beyond the understanding of most folks." And I'm going to post this so you guys can have a record of it if you want to. Some of us try to fight it. I take the pen as mightier than the sword approach when I can help it. But you folks seem a bit more qualified to handle things directly. I have a proposition for you. It's more than just random pockets of bad news. It's all tied together. Can't explain how or why just yet. Sam could have helped with that, but I'm working on it. Others are too. They've come up with ways to help keep you alive while you're doing it. And the Tombstone Epitaph's most famous reporter holds up his hand and shows you guys a ring with a cross torch and a sword on it. He says, "This is a signet ring for the Explorer Society. It's kind of a gentleman's club," and he looks at Paloma. He says, "Figuratively speaking, ma'am. And we help those in need. The ring gets you in their lodges. Might also help to get you out of trouble when certain authorities, I'm not saying with certain authorities," he says, "I'm not saying you can rob a bank, flash your ring, and saunter off to Mexico with someone else's cash. But sometimes in helping folks out, you wind up taking a little law in your own hands, you know what I mean? Or maybe taking down some local citizens who isn't what it seems to be. Most local lawmen have no idea what's going on and may be as much hindrance as help. But the agents up north and the rangers down south," and he looks over at you, Jethro, when he says rangers up north. "They're a different story. In fact, it's their job to track down weirdness and make sure the rest of us never hear about it. Most of the time it ends up with something that shouldn't exist, getting a lead shower and a quick burial, or burning if it's really nasty. Sometimes it's a whole lot more complicated than that. Sometimes when you're saving some unfortunate soul, you might cross paths with the authorities. Show them this ring. They might turn the other way while you scamper off. If you want to join the society and get your ring, head up to Shanfan and talk to a Brit. Excuse me. By the name of Captain Roderick Pennington Smythe. Tell him Lacey sent you and relate everything you've seen the last few weeks. I know some of you have other business out here, but trust me when I tell you this is an opportunity you don't want to pass up. You're going to see evil out here, no matter what you're up to. It's better to be prepared, and maybe have a little help than face it on your own. And then he'll answer any questions you've got that could be a help.
Ploma's going to look at Little Beaver and say, "Do you recall anything like this happening back home?"
White man destroy everything.
I am starting to come to the same conclusion. They have so much weird circumstances.
Yeah, it's I don't know if anybody on Earth at this time has ever seen anything like what you guys just witnessed tonight. It's almost like you've walked into an alternate reality or something.
Right.
And you all have just this sinking feeling in your inner being. And what I mean by that is, in California, from this point forward, the whole state is at a natural fear level of 2. Doesn't mean much for you guys other than it will affect your spirit rolls. So
Would our grit negate it?
any spirit roll that you make, I'll have to see how that grit plays into it. I don't know how they're going to do that with the crossover in the 2 rule sets, but I'm sure that grit will have something to do with it. But your spirit rolls will be made at -2. Now your grit may help negate some of that penalty. But basically, as the fear levels go up, stranger and stranger things begin to happen. And the more it shakes your understanding of reality, and the more it affects you. So if a fear level is 2, then your rolls are at -2. If your fear level is at 3, rolls are at -3. That's on spirit rolls, spirit checks. Okay. The other thing you've noticed by now is you can't seem to sate your hunger. And you guys have gotten back, and you're starting to get the wagons loaded up and shit. And Lacey O'Malley says, head to Shanfan. Look up this Brit named, whatever the hell his name was. Pennington Smythe.
Captain Roderick.
Captain
Pennington
Roderick.
Smythe.
Yeah. And he tells you to look him up, and you guys start getting the mules hooked back up to the wagon. Timmons, you're checking out the stores. You start looking, and you see about, I'm going to say 20% of your food has suddenly started to turn rotten. So you start opening up some cans of peaches and green beans, and you're like, man, this is rotten.
What the hell? I have trail rations. Are they still good?
Oh, about 80% of them are.
Okay, I have 4, so that pretty much be 1.
Is it like? Ooh, excuse me. Is it like they're going bad fast, or they just instantly?
You're thinking maybe you could have bought some that were bad already at the store, some of these cans, but you had some cheese in here that should have kept for a while. that it's like this ain't right. You don't even have to roll for this. You can understand. So, something's caused your food to rot here.
There's
Are the
bad
chickens dead?
spirits here.
No, chickens are alive.
They're laying rotten eggs, man.
Yep. But yeah, there you go.
If the egg comes out rotten,
Yeah, 1 in 5 eggs comes out rotten. Perfect example. You see Lacey O'Malley after he shows you this. He saunters
it's
off.
radiation.
He grabs up his his traveling bag, hitches it onto the back of this horse, gets up in the saddle. He says, "Wish you the best of luck. Get to Shanfan, if you can." And he says, "Finally, check the Sunday edition of the Epitaph. That's the national edition. It goes around the country. Page 13 is where my editor lets me do what I want. I use it to plant messages to the Explorer Society about strange occurrences I've stumbled onto. When you have some downtime, check the headlines. See if you can do the world a little good. Any ad that starts with the words good intentions and he looks over at the train will be for you specifically. Got that?"
Yeah. I made a note of all this, guys, by the way.
Yeah, it's a lot. And we are officially through
Public
the
note.
railroading portion of this, and the sandbox opens up before you. You've basically you've got the whole west. Now he kind of directs you towards Shanfan and go look up this Roderick Pennington Smythe.
Nice.
But there's not really much here in Los Angeles right now except a city that's half on fire. But basically, the Great Rail Wars just came to an abrupt end. And with that, that's our session.
Yay,
Thank you for
cool job.
listening.
Yeah, good job.
Yay. What a fucking night, man.
I have almost 1 page full of notes in my journal from tonight's session.
I ain't got shit in terms of notes.
I ain't got shit. That's okay. I made that Lacey one all public, so.
Yeah, because it's not going to remember it. It's not going to remember that you own it next time you log in.
Yeah, that's kind of why I made it a public note.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to, I don't know. I need to ask Dave Middleton about that. See if he knows anything, or maybe Jingo knows something about it when I get through here. But with that, let's see. Is there anybody out there to raid, Drake? Have you looked?
Probably not.
There's Wizards of the
Quests and
Couch.
cliffhangers, Wizards of the Couch.
We should be called
No, they're
Wizards of the Back
drawing or something.
Wizards of the what? J-Rock?
of the Back Door.
Yeah.
Jeb Hexman would be the Grand Poobah of said.
The Grand
sorry.
Grand
Poobah.
Pooh. The Grand Poobah.
Wait, of what?
Wizards of the Back Door.
Oh.
Oh. And with that, we'll just say bye tonight. We're not going to raid anybody. We're just going to get on out of here. So, thank you all for coming by. Whoever's still out there in the stream, appreciate it. Appreciate the raids from Steph and from Dances with Kobolds and from Jingo to Fool. We will be back tomorrow night, Vino. We're not sure about that yet.
Maybe.
That may be it until this time next week then. So, check back here. Thank you all. You guys have a great weekend of gaming. Has anybody else got any announcements before we go? Nope.
No.
All right. Okay, you guys have a great week. Thanks again, everybody. We will
See you guys.
Goodbye.
Okay, later.
Bye.
Bye.